What's up, YouTube? This is MathWiz97 and welcome to SummerSlam. It's the biggest party of the summer and we are coming to you from Brooklyn, New York for this massive extravaganza. It's going to be a huge night in professional wrestling, and tonight we kick off the show with the rivalry between Adrian Neville and Sami Zayn. They go head to head. That's your opening matchup. It is going to be hellacious, and we're getting off to a rocket pace. We are starting off on the hot foot, and this crowd is already getting into it. The crowd rising to their feet for the arrival of the underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn. Let's go indeed. So, of course, this matchup between Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville it's been a while in the making. Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville, they were once allies, once very good friends. Recently, at the start of this year, well, maybe not the start of the year, but as soon as Adrian Neville moved over to Raw from SmackDown, these two men were like two peas in a pod working together. I mean, yes, they were competing against each other as well, but it was friendly competition. They were trying to better each other as rivals. Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville competing over the United States Championship until the Outcasts got involved. And once that happened, well, of course, Adrian Neville lost the United States Championship to Cara. We'll be seeing him compete and defend that United States Championship later on in the show. But Adrian Neville lost the title to Cara, and from there, Adrian Neville started to get desperate because he was unable to win the title back in his rematch. And something similar for Sami Zayn. These two men were both just kind of stuck. They were at the bottom of the card, didn't really have any direction going for him. Sami Zayn was offered a spot in the Outcasts. Curtis Axel approached him and said, "Hey, I see you're struggling, but I can fix that for you. You join up with me and my boys, and we can turn your career around. We can get you on the right track." Sami Zayn, he was going out to give Curtis Axel his answer. We found out later that Sami Zayn would have rejected the answer anyway. However, before Zayn could even give that response, he was assaulted from behind by Adrian Neville. It seemed like Neville was coming down to help Sami Zayn should a fight break out. But no, Sami Zayn was stabbed in the back by his former friend Adrian Neville. Neville took the spot in the Outcasts instead. Although Neville, he has been in hot water since joining the Outcasts, reasonably so. I mean, he is a former enemy of the Outcasts, so they don't quite trust him fully just yet. And this is the task that he has been assigned. If he wants to win over the Outcasts, win over their trust, prove that he can be of use to them, that he belongs in their ranks, well, then he needs to get rid of Sami Zayn, who has been a thorn in the Outcasts' side for the last month. And straight out of the gate, Neville tried to kick out the foundation of Sami Zayn, tried to drop kick him, but Sami Zayn said, "I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to dictate the pace of this match." And that's how this feud has been going. Sami Zayn, he said it himself on the last episode of Monday Night Raw. Usually, Sami Zayn is the one playing defense. Usually, he is the one reacting. But against Adrian Neville tonight, Sami Zayn looking to take the offensive, looking to bring the fight to Neville rather than let the fight be brought to him. As Sami Zayn Irish whips him into the corner and a flying forearm. Sami Zayn starting to heat up early here. Like I said, Zayn wants to dictate the pacing of this matchup. Because Adrian Neville, one of the best high flyers in the industry. They don't get much better than Adrian Neville, much more talented than that. But Sami Zayn gonna have to try to hold his own tonight, and so far, doing a decent job of that. With that slingshot Falcon Arrow. Now Sami Zayn going up to the middle rope. Sami Zayn looking to fly early. Looking to fly high off the middle rope. Oh, off the top rope. Oh, no. He went for the crossbody, but Neville caught him. Neville caught him, and there's the raw power of Adrian Neville. As Neville now just tosses him away after slamming him into the corner. And, Adrian Neville truly is, not just a gifted high flyer, but one of the most talented competitors we have in this company. Oh, German suplex there. Bridging for the pin, but only gets the one. Adrian Neville, not only do you have to worry about that high-flying ability, but as well, Adrian Neville. You might think because of his size that he doesn't have the kind of strength that Neville does, but Neville, do not underestimate his strength. So Sami Zayn really is going to have his work cut out for him here tonight. Neville is a gifted competitor, but that's not to slight Sami Zayn's abilities. As again, Zayn kicks out this time before even the 1. So a no count on Zayn right there. That just shows the defiance, the fighting spirit of Sami Zayn. But Neville there using the boots to just rake the face of Sami Zayn. There's now Adrian Neville bringing the strikes, putting the boots to him now as there's a kick to the midsection. Oh, and the kick to the side of the head. And you can see the crowd. The crowd is not getting behind Neville in the slightest tonight, giving a lot of thumbs downs out there, you saw. This crowd, Neville used to be a fan favorite. He used to have the support of the crowd. But then he turned his back on Sami Zayn, and, Sami Zayn, as far as fan favorites go, Sami Zayn, tremendous fanfare of his own right, as now the snap suplex, but this time it's Neville. Neville returning the favor, kicking out before the 1. So this time it's Neville showing some defiance of his own. Very fast-paced matchup to start off this. Oh, Neville is not going to let Sami Zayn get him there. Zayn was trying to pick him up for something, but Neville blocked him. As now there's a European uppercut by Sami Zayn. Oh, but there's a forearm by Neville. Very physical right now as these two men trade shots back and forth. Neville now. He gets hit with a forearm, another kick, a forearm again, knife edge chop. Sami Zayn now is really heating it up as Neville whipped into the corner. Sami Zayn. Oh, Sami Zayn looking to get the run up with the running start. Off the ropes, DDT! DDT off the top rope by Sami Zayn. Cover now, 1. He might have him 2. This match is over, no! Not so fast, Adrian Neville hangs on for dear life. But a massive move by Sami Zayn right there turns the tides. Now he's got Neville right where he wants him. Northern Light suplex, center of the ring. Cover again. But this time it's just a 1. This time it's just a 1. As Sami Zayn now back. Oh, nope. Went for the backbreaker. But now Neville rolls him up on his shoulders. Neville's got him. 2. But no, Zayn. This time it's Zayn who hangs on. There's Adrian Neville now. Oh, from behind. Neville planted him, absolutely planted him with the inverted Frankensteiner hook of the leg. 2, and no! Sami Zayn, close call there, a little too close for comfort, but he manages to survive for at least a moment longer. As Adrian Neville, another boot to the midsection, and there's the kick to the side of the head again. Neville, we know that Neville can work a fast-paced matchup. Perhaps trying to quicken things here right now. As Sami Zayn goes over the top rope, but he's able to hang on to that top rope. Oh, now Zayn, shoulder to the midsection, and Zayn over the top. Sunset flip, cover, 1. No! Neville reverses, 2. No, but Zayn kicks out just in the nick of time, but Neville still on the attack as he takes him down. Saito suplex. And again, you can just hear a chorus of boos from the crowd as Zayn gets back up to his feet. Neville, another forearm. And Sami Zayn is in trouble. Adrian Neville clothesline over the top. There goes Sami Zayn to the outside. He takes a spill. Oh, but Adrian Neville, we're about to see a car crash right now. Neville over the top rope. Spaceman plancha by Adrian Neville. You're not going to see too many men pull off a move like what Adrian Neville just pulled off right there. He's the man that gravity forgot for a reason. He'll do moves off the top rope, flying high like you've never seen before. Cover now, but no. Zayn barely gets the shoulder off the canvas. Didn't even have the strength in him to kick out. Just barely was able to get the shoulder up. And Neville, he's wearing him down. One more big shot, and that might put Sami Zayn away. Oh, let's look at this now. Adrian Neville, if he couldn't pin him, he's going to try to make him pass out or make him tap out. As he's got this chokehold applied. Sami Zayn caught. No rope break in sight. Neville trying to squeeze the life out of him. Sami Zayn. Is he going to be done here? Is this the end for Sami Zayn? No, look at the strength of Zayn. Look at the strength of Zayn, the fighting spirit again. As Zayn now, he's looking for a submission of his own. Sami Zayn has got the Koji clutch. The Koji clutch applied on Adrian Neville. And now it's Neville who's in danger of passing out. Adrian Neville. Is he going to submit here? No. Neville able to break out of it with a ferocious elbow to the side of the skull. As Zayn can't find him, Zayn doesn't know where Neville is, and Neville from behind. Neville from behind, dragon suplex. Dropping Sami Zayn right on his neck. As now Adrian Neville gonna go up top. Adrian Neville gonna take a risk. From the top rope, oh my god, imploding 450 splash, and that may put him away. 2, Adrian, no! I thought he had the win for sure right there, that imploding 450 splash. Neville has put away opponents with that, oh my god. And Zayn kips up as if nothing had happened. And now Zayn saying, let's go. As Zayn now strikes back, clothesline. Another clothesline from Zayn. Sami Zayn kicking it up a gear, drop kick. Sami Zayn, he's feeling the energy of the crowd. Sami Zayn channeling his second win now. As he somehow was able to kick out of that imploding 450, and it has given him the strength to go on as the adrenaline is pumping. Exploder suplex in the corner. And Sami Zayn now. Sami Zayn has got Adrian Neville in the palm of his hand. Zayn, Irish whip into the corner again. And Adrian Neville now goes to the outside. Neville takes a spill to the floor. Sami Zayn, no way. Sami Zayn looking to get the running start, and now through the ropes, DDT! DDT on the floor! And the crowd is loving this. The crowd is eating it up. Sami Zayn may have just put Adrian Neville to bed right with that DDT. Rolls him over. Hook of the outside leg. 1, 2, and 3. No. Neville kicks out again. Sami Zayn is in disbelief. Sami Zayn just planted him headfirst on the concrete floor. But Neville's coming back for more. As Zayn now to the middle rope. Axe handle delivered. Axe handle from Sami Zayn. Zayn trying to compose himself. He's still rattled from the damage he's taken at the hands of Neville in this matchup. As Zayn whips him into the corner. And Sami Zayn. Oh, he's going to take Neville up top. He's going to take him up to the high rent district. And this is going to be bad news for both men, perhaps, as Sami Zayn now looking super... No, that's not a superplex. Oh, my God! I thought Neville... Well, Neville just got a brain buster onto the turnbuckle. Neville's out. Neville's not out. How is he still in this matchup? Sami Zayn, I thought he was going for a superplex. But he turned it into a top rope brainbuster. But even still, Neville manages to hang in there. As now the forearms from Sami Zayn. Another shot to Neville. Oh, but Neville now answers back. Adrian Neville now coming back with the forearms. Neville, boot to the midsection, knife edge chop. Where is Neville finding this energy? Now it's Neville channeling his second wind. As Sami Zayn gets whipped into the corner. Neville! European uppercut. In the corner. Nearly took Zayn's head off. Is now what could Neville be thinking? He flips him over. Oh, and now look at Neville, look at Neville. Neville with the submission hold. Neville with the submission hold. He's got the arms of Sami Zayn trapped. And Neville trying to make Zayn tap out here. Zayn, he can't even use his arms. He can't get over to the ropes. He's caught like a Venus flytrap. Sami Zayn he's trapped by Adrian Neville. But wait a minute, wait a minute. Zayn trying to elbow his way out of it, and he's managed to escape. Zayn manages to escape that submission hold by Adrian Neville as Neville trying to... Neville off balance, Zayn off balance, but these two men continue to fight. This matchup's so personal. The history between these two men speaks for itself. And now look at Zayn saying, bring it on. Is that all you've got? But Neville's got more left in the tank. Enziguri to the side of the head. And now Adrian Neville has Zayn center the ring. There's that raw power of Adrian Neville. Deadlift, German suplex, picking Sami Zayn up from the canvas. And driving him down on his head. And now Neville up to the middle rope. Neville to the middle rope. Oh, tornado DDT. And now the referee is calling this one off. And the crowd's not liking this. Sami Zayn, is he out? The referee checking on Sami Zayn. He's allowed this match to continue. I mean, I'm sure Sami Zayn would not willingly quit in a matchup like this, but now look at Neville! Off the middle rope, Phoenix Splash! Phoenix Splash off the middle rope, but Zayn! Again, by the skin of his teeth, Sami Zayn gets the shoulder up. This match will continue. Adrian Neville can't believe it. He's going into the high rent district again. 450 splash springboard style. 1. No! Not even a 2 count. Sami Zayn. He will not die. He will not quit. As Adrian Neville, now plants him face first with a face buster. Off the shoulders. And Neville's going to go up top again. He's got plenty of tricks up his sleeve from the high rent district. And he's going to go for one more. Neville up top could be thinking, no! He's not going to get it. He went to the well one too many times. And this time, the well came up dry. And Sami Zayn now, Blue Thunder Bomb. Blue Thunder Bomb by Sami Zayn. 1, 2, 3. No. Unbelievable. What a match to open SummerSlam as Adrian Neville just kicked out of a Blue Thunder Bomb. Sami Zayn. What? I mean, what more can be done? What more can be said? Is Neville able to counter now with an elbow? Knife edge chop to Zayn, and you can see Zayn. I mean, the effects of this matchup are taking their toll. Sami Zayn, I don't know how much he's got left, but he's able to counter. And now it's Sami Zayn with an elbow to the side of the head. Oh, and now look at Sami Zayn. That's fired him up. Sami Zayn is snapped. Sami Zayn is snapped. Forearm after forearm. Adrian Neville whipped into the corner. Sami Zayn, this is going to do it. Sami Zayn, haluva kick. Haluva kick by Sami Zayn. Neville is done. Neville is out like a light. Hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Sami Zayn with a massive victory tonight over Adrian Neville. He defeats his rival. His friendship with Zayn, or I should say his friendship with Neville, may have come to an end tonight. It may have come to an end. However, his rivalry, Zayn can walk out with his head held high. He gets the win in this ultimate showdown with Adrian Neville. I mean, what a war. And this is just the start. This is just the opening match here at SummerSlam. I mean, if that doesn't give you an idea of what kind of a night you're in for, well, you better strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen, because it's going to be one hell of a bumpy ride. I mean, brain busters off the top rope, DDTs on the concrete floor, all sorts of high-flying antics from Adrian Neville. But even then, it wasn't enough. Sami Zayn, one haluva kick was all it took. And Sami Zayn. Well, it's been a long journey for Sami Zayn. You know, he's had his ups and downs, but I think Sami Zayn might finally be on an upward swing. I think Sami Zayn, this is the start of something special for him. The future is looking bright for Sami Zayn. Neville, his past is behind him, and now Zayn can take a step forward. What a start to the biggest party of the summer. And whoa, wait a minute, look who it is. That's the leader of the Outcasts, Curtis Axel. And Curtis Axel makes his way into the ring. Adrian Neville, I mean, he's still trying to recover from that matchup. What is Axel out here for? He hasn't said anything. Axel just staring Neville down. Oh, wait a minute. Curtis Axel takes him down. Hangman's facebuster. And I think we know Neville's standing within the Outcasts. I think Curtis Axel has just banished Adrian Neville. Well, so much for that endeavor. As we move straight into the second matchup on this electric SummerSlam card. This one is going to be for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And if you want to talk about the Outcasts, we just saw Curtis Axel make an appearance. We're going to see his other two comrades. I mean, we will see Sin Cara later on, but here we will see Heath Slater and Bo Dallas, the Raw Tag Team Champions, defending the gold against the Club. And we await the arrival of Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Club, who have just been on an absolute tear through the roster. Of course, way back at the Slammy Awards, they were responsible for retiring the legends Edge and Christian, and then not too long after that, they were able to take out the Dudley Boys. So, Gallows and Anderson, they have certainly blazed a trail for themselves here in the WWE. They've taken out legends, and most recently, they finally set their sights on the Raw Tag Team titles. I mean, Gallows and Anderson, they've been doing everything recently. I mean, of course, they were once allied with Samoa Joe for a very brief, really just a one-night stand, working alongside Samoa Joe to take out AJ Styles and Cesaro, so they've clashed with the World Heavyweight Champion. But, of course, earlier this month, the Outcasts, Heath Slater and Bo Dallas, were defending the tag team titles against the Usos, but it was Gallows and Anderson who got involved. They interrupted the matchup before it could reach a conclusion, and they laid out both teams, left them laying to close the show, which eventually led to a tag team #1 contenders match between the Club and the Usos, and it was Gallows and Anderson. It was the Club who defeated the Usos to earn this opportunity to challenge Heath Slater and Bo Dallas tonight with the titles on the line. And, I mean, we don't see Curtis Axel out here ringside, which is a bit of a surprise. I expected Axel to be out here tonight, but I guess Axel, he has faith in his comrades. I mean, Adrian Neville may have come up short earlier tonight, but then again, I suppose the relationship was never really there in the first place. Axel seemed pretty skeptical from Neville from the outset, and I guess that's the thing about the Outcasts, is that when they do step in that ring, when they do compete, you know, they try to conduct themselves with a little bit of grace. You know, some superstars will go out there to try to bend the rules, try to do whatever it takes, but the Outcasts, they're out there to make a name for themselves. They want to be recognized as top stars in this company, top stars in this industry. And to do that, they can't take shortcuts. They have to win their fights the hard way, and I think that might be why Curtis Axel is staying in the back for this matchup. He wants to let Dallas and Slater prove their worth in their own right. He doesn't want them to win thanks to his assistance. He doesn't want them to win via some sort of shenanigans. He wants these two men to go out here and have a good, clean fight and defeat the Outcasts under their own power. Or defeat the Club, rather. The Outcasts out here trying to retain the gold. The Club, definitely one of the toughest challenges they're going to have to face. But Heath Slater starts out of the gate with a clothesline. He's not going to back down in the face of the unstoppable force that is the Club. Heath Slater putting the boots to Carl Anderson as we've got Gallows and Bo Dallas on the apron, watching this one as Anderson and Slater start this matchup off. Anderson, the elbow to the face as Slater whipped off the ropes. Anderson ducks underneath and a big-time kick. Calf kick right to the face. That one stunned Slater for a bit. Oh, but Anderson looking to try to make a tag early here. Looking to try to dictate the pace of this matchup early on, but Slater with the counter. And Slater now the roll-up. Slater looking for the quick win. One. No, just a one. Perhaps trying to catch Anderson off guard. Just trying to keep Anderson on his toes. That type of unpredictable offense, it'll do you wonders as the matchup goes on if your opponent can't predict what you're going to do. I mean, they're going to be seeing stars. As nice neck breaker there from Heath Slater. Luke Gallows trying to call for a tag, but Heath Slater doing the smart thing, putting himself between Anderson and Gallows. Oh, but Anderson in the counter. That didn't last too long, as there's a kick to the midsection. Now a knife edge chop, uppercut as well. Carl Anderson with a flurry of strikes, and now in the corner, big boot. Big boot right to the skull, and now a knee. Knee driven to the face as well. Carl Anderson with those heavy strikes, trying to take Slater out of this early. And of course, try to prevent your opponent from making a tag. Try to divide and conquer. That's the ultimate strategy in a tag team matchup like this. And that's exactly what Anderson and Gallows are looking to do. As now it is Luke Gallows, the legal man, the powerhouse of the two. As Gallows now putting the elbows straight to the heart of Heath Slater. 3 of them in a row. And now it's Bo Dallas trying to call for a tag. He's not going to get it, though, as the cover by Gallows. No, but just the one. Again, some defiance from Slater. Could have taken the extra second just for, another brief moment of recovery, but Slater does not want to do that. As Slater thrown over the top rope, Gallows, no! Slater the counter. And now Heath Slater going up top. Heath Slater with a crossbody. Crossbody by Slater. What? No! Not even a 1. Gallows. I mean, of course, the club, they are no laughing matter. They are a force to be reckoned with, and Gallows with that kick out at 0. And now a super kick, devastating super kick on the jaw. Now throws up the 2 sweets. Luke Gallows, well aware that the club is in control. Slater seems a little stunned off that super kick, was trying to perhaps go for a tag, but he went to the wrong corner. As Gallows now, shoulder to the gut, rolls him over for the cover. 1, 2, no, but there's Bo Dallas to make the save. Bo Dallas makes the save, but look who's there. Carl Anderson. Carl Anderson drops Dallas off of his knee, takes Dallas out of the equation, and now Heath Slater's going for the ride again. Heath Slater taken down with that cutter, that elevated cutter. Gallows rolls him over again, and this may do it. The club, maybe your new tag team champions, not so fast, says Heath Slater. This match will continue. As Gallows now going to send Slater to the corner, and now lighten him up with a couple of punches. There's a boot from Anderson, and here comes Luke Gallows like a freight train. Absolutely crushed him in the corner. Anderson the cover. 1, 2, and no, Slater kicks out again. Dallas was nowhere nearby to make the save. Slater had to kick out of his own power. He was able to do it. But how much is that taken out of him? How much is this offensive onslaught taken out of Heath Slater? As again, Anderson putting the knees to Slater. One of the arm, one of the back. Slater now finds himself backed into a corner again. And unfortunately, it's not the corner he wants to be backed into. He doesn't have Bo Dallas at his back. No tag to save him. Anderson continues to hammer away. But wait, Slater with the block. Slater the block, and now punches. Punches from Heath Slater. But Slater, you saw, he just whiffed with a kick. He's still not quite with it. And Anderson now going to capitalize. Anderson got Slater up on his shoulders. Death Valley driver. And again, Slater rolls over onto his stomach, trying to avoid a pinfall attempt. That's a smart strategy by Slater. But I don't think it's really going to get him out of this. I mean, he's in deep water right now. Oh, he's able to counter, able to avoid a tag. And he delivers a clothesline. He takes down Anderson. And now Slater. Slater's going to make the tag, and Bo Dallas for the first time in this matchup. Bo Dallas enters the fold. He takes out Luke Gallows with a punch. Bo Dallas trying to cut the ring off from Carl Anderson. And very quickly, a flurry of strikes from Bo Dallas. Look at the ferocity, the tenacity on display by Bo Dallas here. I mean, he's just been chomping at the bit since the starting bell. He's been waiting to get in this matchup, and now he's going to make good use of that tag. As a devastating clothesline delivered, Anderson. Anderson trying to crawl away, trying to make... Oh, but Dallas... Wait a minute. I think Dallas wants Anderson to make the tag. I think Bo Dallas wants to go one-on-one with the big man, Luke Gallows. And he lets Anderson make the tag. Dallas, he wants to take on Gallows. He wants to show what he can do against the big man. So here we go. Punch delivered by Gallows. Oh, but Dallas now. Dallas fires back. 3 of them. 3 devastating strikes, but Gallows again. Gallows levels the playing field. But wait, no. Bo Dallas now an elbow. Another elbow, and he's got the arm caught. He's got the wrist locked. 3 devastating elbows. He's able to drop the big man, Luke Gallows. And Bo Dallas showing what the Outcasts are capable of. Let's look at Bo Dallas. No, not going to get it. Might have been looking for a powerbomb of some sort. But Gallows cut him off with a pass. And now Luke Gallows with the strikes again. Luke Gallows has him up against the ropes, and now look at this. Just, oh! Shots to the kidneys of Bo Dallas. And now Gallows, I think he's gonna, he's gonna fire him up again. Load it up. Going for the elbow drops. 3 in a row once again. As Heath Slater, all he can do is watch on now as Bo Dallas gets picked apart by Luke Gallows, who's going to throw him into the corner, and it looks like we are going to see another tag. As the club trying to trap him in this revolving door as a double flapjack, but Bo Dallas rolls over onto his stomach again, try to avoid the pinfall. Keep the shoulders off the mat, but that's not going to save him from this revolving door. As Anderson now calling him out, Bo Dallas gets whipped straight into a boot from Luke Gallows as Slater trying to call for the tag. He gets it. Dallas makes the tag, and in comes Heath Slater now with a drop kick. Heath Slater, the drop kick, another one. Heath Slater, like a ball of fire, hits the ring, and he lays out Luke Gallows. And he knocks Anderson off the apron as well. Heath Slater trying to bring the Outcast back in this thing. Dallas down on the outside. Slater's got to fight for himself. He's all alone right now. As Luke Gallows whipped off the ropes. Oh, but Gallows was able to catch himself. Gallows was able to catch himself and catch Heath Slater off guard with a boot. Might have caved his skull in with a boot like that. Oh, and now he's got him by the throat. Gallows has him by the throat with one arm. Choke slam. What a move. What a move by Luke Gallows. And again, throws up the 2 sweets. He's saying, we're done here. Time to put this baby to bed. As Heath Slater taken to the corner. Tag made to Carl Anderson, and are we going to see it? They're loading it up. They've got Slater. Take him down with a magic killer. And that might be a wrap. Anderson throwing up the 2 sweets to Bo Dallas. Now the cover. 1, 2. No! Well, Gallows was able to cut off Bo Dallas, able to get him out of the ring, but Slater survives the magic killer. And I think Anderson, that's a mistake on Anderson's part. He took the moment to pose to Bo Dallas. He took the moment to showboat. And even just that momentary distraction gave Slater enough time to survive the magic killer. And now Slater looking to turn things around here. Slater gets rid of Luke Gallows. And now Anderson's in trouble. Anderson, I think the club, they came out here tonight, they were thinking that they'd get an easy fight, an easy win out of the Outcast. But as Heath Slater just proved, that is not the case. Look at Heath Slater, kick to the midsection. Heath Slater, oh my God. There it is, that butterfly lung blower. The move that won them the tag team titles, and Anderson may be out. Heath Slater, no! This time it's Carl Anderson who hangs on by the skin of his teeth. But I think the club, they're getting a little more than they bargained for. I think they might have underestimated the Outcasts here tonight. And that's something that the Outcasts certainly have not done. They knew that the club was going to be a threat, and now they're giving them everything they've got. Powerbomb, elbow drop combination, hook of the leg on Anderson. 1, 2, no! Anderson kicks out again. Gallows was not going to make it in time to make the save, but Anderson manages to hang on, and now will both teams have hit their big moves? You have to wonder, what is it going to take? Oh, Anderson slipped away. Anderson slipped away, and the tag was made once again to Luke Gallows, who lays out Bo Dallas with a couple of clotheslines. Big left hand, big right hand. Another one. Dallas now up against the ropes. Oh, but wait, block. Nicely blocked by Bo Dallas. Is Gallows? No. Gallows strikes back, and it's just a slugfest now. Dallas and Gallows trading blows back and forth. Who's going to walk away with the tag team titles? Gallows goes over the top, but he's able to hang on. Able to hang on to that top rope. Oh, but Gallows the counter. Elbow to the face as Carl Anderson now comes to on the outside. But Bo Dallas, a stiff shot, and now whips him into the rope. slingshots him into that bottom rope. That'll take the wind out of Luke Gallows for sure. And now Dallas, no. Counter by Gallows. And again, Dallas up against the ropes. Here comes Luke Gallows, a clothesline, and Dallas spills to the outside. Slater and Anderson, they've been removed from the contest for the moment. All they can do is watch on as Bo Dallas now up on the shoulders of Luke Gallows, and Gallows now just carrying him around like a rag doll out on the outside. What's Gallows going to do now? Where's he going to put him? Where's he going to throw him? Well, now look at Gallows just manhandling him with ease. Just tossing him around before dropping him onto the steel stairs, just saying, yeah, we're still in control. The Outcasts might have given them a little more than they bargained for, but still, the club have the upper hand. No! Dallas the counter, once again. And now Luke Gallows is going to be whipped into the corner. Bo Dallas, no, not going to make a tag, though. Not going to get the tag, as Luke Gallows now kicked to the midsection. And Luke Gallows, oh! Slams him down, but like an elevated reverse DDT. And now here's a cover on Dallas, but Dallas kicks out at 1. Oh, and the club, or I should say Gallows with a clubbing blow to Heath Slater. Throws up the 2 sweets again. It seems like, well, these two, they keep acting as if they are in complete control, that like they know what they're doing. But slowly but surely, the Outcasts are whittling away at the club. This match might be slipping away from them. They shouldn't be messing around. They should be going straight in for the kill, and perhaps Anderson is looking to do just that. Carl Anderson has Dallas up on the top rope. Oh! A cutter off the top. Cutter off the top rope. Cover now by Anderson. 1, 2. No, but Dallas gets the shoulder off the canvas at the last second. Oh, wait, and now look at this. Slater. Anderson got too close. Anderson wasn't aware of his ring presence, and now the club, they're just getting sloppy. As there's a punch delivered to Slater. And now Carl Anderson, well, he's pissed off at Slater now for interrupting his flow. He brings Slater back into the ring the hard way. But wait a minute, and he took his eyes off Bo Dallas. Anderson took his eyes off Bo Dallas. Dallas took him down with a neckbreaker. Now rolls him up on his shoulders. 1, 2, 3, and the club have stolen, or the Outcasts rather, have stolen the win. The club, I think they had this matchup in the bag, but they were playing with their food. The club, by all means, should have won this matchup when they hit that magic killer. But it seemed like at every possible turn, they just let their ego get the better of them. The club continuously thinking that they were in control, that no matter what they did, they were going to walk away with the tag team titles tonight. But, and that's the very key but, is that they are not walking away with the tag team titles tonight. Anderson and Gallows, they squandered their opportunities to put the Outcasts away. They kept thinking they were dealing with small fries. They weren't treating them like the tag team champions, and as a result, Dallas and Slater able to sneak in the victory, sneak in the pinfall, and they escape with the tag team titles. It's not the victory they were looking for. I don't think it's the kind of victory that is going to turn people's heads, but you know, it's a slow process for these guys. If they want to make it to the top, you know, as long as they hang on to those tag team titles, they're still moving forward. It might not be the biggest step that they were looking for. Maybe not a leap, but it was a tiny baby step forward, and that's better than nothing. Wait a minute. Well, backstage, there's one half of the Usos. There's Apollo Crews. Clearly Crews not very impressed by what he just saw out of the Outcasts in the club. Of course, the Usos did approach Crews to try to form some sort of an alliance. Well, certainly seems like it's still in the works. And Apollo Crews, he says he's going to be the next king of the ring. That's a bold claim. We'll see if he can back it up. And now we move on to the third matchup of the SummerSlam card. It's been a tremendous night so far, but business is going to continue to pick up. As up next, we have a matchup between the Olympic gold medalist, the wrestling legend, Kurt Angle, and the Bulgarian brute, the super athlete Rusev, who looks to gain a bit of star power for himself by defeating the legend Kurt Angle. We'll see if he can get the job done. So here we go, the wrestling machine, the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle, the wrestling icon, makes his way into Brooklyn, New York for this matchup tonight. Angle, he might be on his last legs, but Kurt Angle said that if he's going to retire at all, he wants to do it in a WWE ring. He wants to go out with his best shot. He wants to go out by making an impact. He wants to go out against some of the best talent that this company has today. We saw him take on Kevin Owens at Cyber Sunday, a matchup which was, well, it was eventually interrupted by Shinsuke Nakamura, we will see Shinsuke Nakamura will take on Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship in tonight's main event, but that's for way later in the show. Kevin Owens, he's not on Kurt Angle's mind right now. Kevin Owens he's gone. Kurt Angle right now can only focus on one man, and that is the man who also approached him at Cyber Sunday, Rusev. And Rusev tonight, he is coming off of a major victory over John Cena. That rivalry finally put to bed when Rusev defeated Cena on SmackDown in the main event just a couple of weeks back. But Rusev, he's still looking for star power. John Cena, when John Cena said that Rusev was not, main event level like himself or like a Kurt Angle, Rusev really took that to heart, and now he is, he's trying to get there. Rusev, he wants to be the WWE Champion. He wants to be the guy who carries the show. He wants to be the guy who's on all the posters. He wants to be the face of the company. But to get there, he has to go through Kurt Angle tonight. He's already gone through John Cena. And if Rusev can beat Angle tonight, well, the King of the Ring is just around the corner. Who's to say that Rusev doesn't go in there and win it all? Certainly at last year's King of the Ring, Rusev, he was impressive, but he was ultimately taken out of the tournament by Seth Rollins and his gang. So Rusev would love to make amends for that this year, would love to go in and win the whole tournament, go on to challenge for the WWE Championship at Survivor Series in the main event. That'd be huge for Rusev. But, again, just like with Kurt Angle, Rusev can't have the future on his mind right now. He has to focus on the man standing right in front of him. And that's exactly what Rusev is doing. Unlike Kevin Owens, who perhaps underestimated Kurt Angle a bit, didn't take him seriously, saw him as just a washed-up has-been, Rusev sees Kurt Angle for the legend that he is. He sees him as the Olympic gold medalist, and he is going to fight him accordingly. But Kurt Angle took a moment on the outside to compose himself, jumped right back into the fray, but Rusev not going to let him stay on the attack for long. As Rusev boot to the midsection, Kurt Angle whipped into the ropes. Rusev, a massive clothesline. Massive clothesline by Rusev. Just took Kurt Angle out of his boots. And now Rusev going to toss him around. Toss him like he's the weight of paper. As Rusev now again grabs him by the neck. Of course, Kurt Angle, the surgically repaired neck. He'll tell you all about it. He'll tell you all about it. How he won an Olympic gold medal with a broken freaking neck. Well, that injury certainly has stuck with him. Rusev's well aware of that. That's going to be one of the bullseyes that Kurt Angle's going to have on himself, that Rusev's going to be looking to target. It's now Rusev the cover, off the shoulder block, but a kick out at one. Kurt Angle hanging in there for now. We'll see how much longer he can keep up that tenacity. As Rusev with the abdominal stretch. Oh, but he takes it one step further. The abdominal stretch, but wrenching on the leg as well, trying to break Kurt Angle in half. He's got him all bent up like a pretzel. But Kurt Angle the counter. We know that Kurt Angle is a submission specialist. Knows his way out of a submission hold or two. Is now, reverse STO. Rusev planted on his face. As now Kurt will try to bring the big man back up to his feet. I mean, Angle, he certainly has aged. All the years of wear and tear on his body has taken its toll, but Angle still knows how to... he still might be one of the best mat wrestlers in the game. As now you see the rear naked chokehold applied here on Rusev. Angle trying to get him to pass out, or at the very least try to wear him down. But look at the strength of Rusev. Breaks the grip of Kurt Angle with ease. And then a vicious headbutt. I mean, headbutt like that could break your nose. So Angle tried to answer back with a submission hold of his own, but Rusev with a fall-away slam. Takes Angle down, and now Rusev another submission. Rusev might be trying to beat Kurt Angle at his own game here. Is it submission hold after submission hold? It's just back and forth at these two men. Exchange grapples. Oh, again, Angle able to slip out. Oh! And a running STO. Takes Rusev down to the canvas. Is now Kurt Angle trying to get him in position for something. He's going to go for another submission hold. He's got the STF. STF applied. And Rusev's eyes are blocked. He can't see the ropes. Angle with that grip. He's cut off Rusev's vision. Trying to cut off... No, but Rusev breaks the grip again. Rusev breaks the grip again. His Angle, every time he takes punishment, he comes back on the attack. But slowly but surely, Rusev is going to be wearing this guy down. I mean, that's the thing. Angle, you have all that wear and tear as well. He doesn't have the same reserve, the same type of energy that Rusev has at this point. I mean, Rusev much younger. So if this matchup goes on very long, you have to imagine that the victory is going to go to Rusev. Kurt Angle wants to try to wrap this up as quickly as he possibly can. As Angle stumbles to his feet, Rusev from behind. Oh, I thought he was going for a back suplex. Turned it into some type of other slam. As now Rusev puts the boot to the back. And now just clawing at the shoulder of Kurt Angle. Rusev, another submission hold. I mean, this will damage the nerves, the tendons in your shoulder. Angle might lose the use of that arm, but he's able to get out of it before too much damage can be done. And now Angle working on the neck of Rusev. Angle wants to try to take the pressure off of his own neck, perhaps try to return the favor, try to dish out some damage to Rusev's neck. As Angle brings him up to his feet. Oh, a headbutt by Kurt Angle. Vicious shot from Angle. Oh, but Rusev answers back with one of his own, and another. Two vicious headbutts and a third. Back-to-back-to-back headbutts from Rusev. And I guess Rusev truly is out there to show that anything you can do, I can do better. Axe handle now. Axe handle to the back of the head. Kurt Angle may be concussed after those headbutts. Rusev may not be pretty, but it's definitely effective. As now look at Rusev. You want to talk about a submission hold. There's the ace up Rusev's sleeve, the accolade. Kurt Angle in the center of the ring. Might get broken by this submission hold if he doesn't tap out. Rusev wrenching back. Angle is in trouble. Angle trying to hang on for dear life. He slips out the back. Angle manages to escape the accolade. And now, Angle takes him down with another reverse STO. He doesn't have the strength left in him to do anything else. Couldn't lift Rusev off the canvas. Just had to plant him face first again. But Angle's going to go up top. Angle knows he has to take a risk, and he's going to do that. Crossbody, hook of the leg on Rusev. 1, 2, no. It's not too often that we see Kurt Angle go to the top rope. You know, back in the day, Angle might have been willing to take a few more risks like that. But, I mean, Angle really had no choice. Rusev is pushing him to the edge. But Kurt Angle trying to answer back. He's digging into the reserves with every last ounce of strength in his body, trying to put Rusev away, and the straps are coming down. We saw the German suplex trifecta, and now the straps are down. That can only mean one thing. Kurt Angle looking to put this match to bed. Rusev can't even get to his feet. Rusev's out, and now Angle slam. Angle slam, hook of the leg, 1, 2, 3. No! Rusev gets the shoulder off the canvas at a count of 2.9. It doesn't get any closer than that. But Kurt Angle, he's loving this. This is the kind of fight that Angle was looking for. Kurt Angle, he said if he wants to go out, he wants to go out in a blaze of glory. And right now, Rusev is really pushing him to the brink. Angle hit him with his best shot, and it wasn't enough. Rusev is still in it. As Angle takes him down, he might be looking to go to the top rope again. Angle back up top. And now what could Kurt Angle have in mind? Well, Rusev trying to crawl away. Rusev doesn't want to let Angle get airborne again, so Angle changes tactics. Back on the ground. Oh, but Rusev the counter. That's just what Rusev wanted him to do. Rusev, oh no! Rusev got him up on his shoulders, and Rusev, torture rack backbreaker, might have snapped Angle in half. And that may do it. Rusev has put many opponents away with that very backbreaker, but Angle's still stirring. Angle, I mean, the heart of a warrior, trying to push himself to his feet. Rusev can't believe it. Oh, and a punch to the gut as well. Angle is defiant as ever. Angle saying, bring it on. Rusev perhaps should have bit of hesitation. Perhaps didn't want to finish Angle off. But Angle said, don't hold anything back. Give me your best shot. Is Angle trying to pull himself to his feet? It's all he can do is just to make it back up to his feet. And a spear from the top rope by Rusev. Cover now. 1, 2, 3, it's over. Rusev with the spear that put Brock Lesnar away at Extreme Rules. He puts away Kurt Angle, and perhaps, we have just seen Kurt Angle wrestle his final match. I mean, what a war it was. Kurt Angle, I mean, he got the fight he was looking for. Rusev was more than up to the task. I mean, you see there, Angle delivered a headbutt. Rusev answered back with 3. And that really just went to show the difference in their abilities. Angle, he did whatever he could to hang in there. I mean, he certainly did bring the fight to Rusev. I mean, Rusev, this was not an easy victory for him. But nevertheless, it was a victory for Rusev. And with the King of the Ring just around the corner, here's another superstar who I think could be a favorite, who I think could be a strong contender to win it all. I mean, we've already got the likes of Daniel Bryan, Braun Strowman, Chris Jericho in the fold. Apollo Crews says he wants to win the King of the Ring. But Rusev, I mean, he's got just as much to gain as anyone else in that tournament. It's going to be tremendous. But tonight, a tremendous victory for Rusev. Now, before we move on into the next matchup on the SummerSlam card, unfortunately, I do have to announce that Rich Swann has been pulled from the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match later this evening. Earlier in the week, during a SummerSlam promotional event, Rich Swann was attacked by an unknown fan. The fan was able to escape, unfortunately, so we have no clue who was responsible. And worse still, Rich Swann's injuries are too severe. He has not been medically cleared to compete tonight. So, as a result, he has been pulled from the matchup. TJ Perkins, he's backstage looking for a tag team partner right now. The matchup has been delayed for later in the evening, but, I mean, in a worst-case scenario, we may very well see TJ Perkins go out there by himself to take on 2 men at once. So, we will be sure to give you an update on the situation as it develops, but for right now, we have to move on to the next matchup. And that matchup is not just any matchup, it is a steel cage match for the Intercontinental Championship. This long-standing rivalry between Cody Rhodes and The Miz finally comes to a conclusion tonight inside of a steel cage. So will it be the Intercontinental Champion Cody Rhodes continuing to retain the gold once again, or will The Miz finally pull out the win? We are going to find out in mere moments as the lights dim in the arena for the Hollywood spectacle of an entrance that we typically see from the self-proclaimed Hollywood A-lister, The Miz. But let's not talk about the entrance. Let's talk about Miz's long string of, I don't know if you'd even really call it bad luck. It's just more that He's been continuously getting the short end of the stick. Cody Rhodes, as the Intercontinental Champion, has been not cheating. I mean, Rhodes has been staying within the rules, but Rhodes has been violating his own personal code, where Rhodes said that he wanted to be a fighting champion. He said that he wants to win his matches, have these great competitive matches, and win without any asterisks. He wants to elevate the Intercontinental Championship back to its former glory, but, I mean, he goes out there, and in his matches against The Miz, he's been getting pushed to the brink, and when he gets back into a corner, he'll use that champion's advantage to full effect. I mean, it all started back on Mega Main Event when these two men faced off for the first time, where Miz scored a pin on Cody Rhodes. He hit him with a skull-crushing finale, pinned him, but the decision was reversed because Cody Rhodes' arm was under the bottom rope. So the referee reversed the decision, the match was restarted, and Rhodes went on to win the match. And then from there, Miz wanted a rematch. He rightfully deserved a rematch. Cody Rhodes admitted that. So they faced off again at Payback in a submission match. And this is when things started to get tricky. Because a submission match, yes, it is no disqualification. So what happened? Well, Cody Rhodes got backed into a corner. He delivered a low blow to The Miz, and because it was a submission match, no DQ, it was within the rules. So he delivered the low blow, and he put Miz away, forced him to tap out. And from there, things only proceeded to get worse. I mean, Miz did disappear for a bit. Cody Rhodes, he would defend the title against Hideo Itami at Battleground in a successful match. He didn't have to bend the rules or anything there. He defeated Hideo Itami fair and square. Then Cyber Sunday rolled around, and the match was decided by a fan vote who would compete. It was a triple threat, also including Big Cass, but The Miz won the vote. He was at the top of the voting, so Miz got another shot. And Cody Rhodes, he didn't beat Miz. He beat Big Cass. He capitalized on Miz's hard work. He attacked Miz with a steel chair, and because it was a triple threat, again, no DQ, Cody Rhodes staying within the rules, but capitalizing on Miz's hard work and using that to help get the job done. So Rhodes has been a very crafty champion. He has been getting the wins. He has been beating Miz at every turn. But at the same time, I don't think he's been beating The Miz in the way that he should be beating The Miz. Not the way that Cody Rhodes had previously said that he wanted to beat his opponents. He's been contradicting himself. And I think that's why we're still here. This is why Miz is getting another shot. Granted, Miz did have to earn this opportunity. He did fight Tyler Breeze in a #1 contenders match, and he did defeat him. So Miz, he's not just being handed opportunities. He did earn his shot once again. But, I mean, this rivalry has been going on for months. And I think people are getting tired of this. They're tired of Cody Rhodes, taking what some may say is the cheap way out. What some may say is just Cody Rhodes doing what a champion should do. Either way, it all comes to a head tonight. If Miz doesn't win here, it's over. He's done. No more shots for him. But if he does get the win here, well, I mean, hey, Miz will become the first ever two-time Intercontinental Champion in the series, and that'll be a tremendous achievement on the Miz's part. I mean, Miz, he struggled for so long to get back into relevancy. I mean, over on Monday Night Raw, he didn't really accomplish anything. I mean, he was completely forgotten, bottom of the card, barely would even make it on the shows. So he was drafted over to SmackDown. Actually, he was traded to SmackDown. And when he came over to SmackDown, he said, things are going to be different. I want to become a champion. I want to be somebody here on SmackDown. And Cody Rhodes has just been the last obstacle standing in his way. Is Cody Rhodes now? Oh, bionic elbow. Paying homage to the late, great Dusty Rhodes, his father. Of course, Cody Rhodes. Oh, now ramming him into the steel cage. That's what you're going to expect to see in a steel cage match like this. The cage is just another weapon. Got to use it like an extension, an extension of yourself. Oh, look at this. Cody Rhodes roll up. Cody Rhodes with the roll up, but Miz with the kick out. No referee in the ring. Don't want to try to get caught in the crossfire, I suppose. So there's a referee on standby. It's a little weird that the referee's not in the ring counting the pin, but have to get used to it. As Miz whipped into the corner now, Cody Rhodes Sends him off, up to the middle rope, and Cody Rhodes with the Bulldog. Brilliantly executed. Down into the cover now. Is Cody Rhodes? No. Miz kicks out again. So Rhodes trying to dictate the pacing of this matchup early on. Trying to settle into his zone here. Oh, is Miz got caught? Miz caught. Oh, Dark Matter. Dark Matter delivered. Rhodes hook the leg again. There's 1, 2. No. Miz with a kick out. Miz survives. As Cody Rhodes. No. Miz counters with a punch to the midsection. And the Miz. The Miz now has Cody Rhodes. He's got him. Powerbomb. Cover again by Miz this time. 2 count, but no. Rhodes kicks out once again. And the crowd getting behind this. Of course, these two men, like I said, they've been going at it for so long. They've got to know each other inside and out by this point. So the question is, what's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back? What is going to be the final move, the final nail in the coffin? I mean, these two men have fought each other for so long. Are there any tricks that they haven't used against each other by this point? There's Miz now, DDT. And the whole conceit of this steel cage match is that Cody Rhodes, I mean, again, he said he wants to win this match. He wants to put this feud to bed with no asterisks. He wants to get the job done and put all the naysayers in their place. So by this steel cage, no running away, no way to take a cheap countout or a disqualification victory, none of that. No rules really for Rhodes to break or be accused of breaking. As there's the axe handle off the middle rope. Again, Rhodes kicks out. That was some trademark Miz right there with the clothesline in the corner, and now Miz waits as Rhodes gets up to his feet. And the Miz, well, look at this. Miz, electric chair. Electric chair delivered. Rhodes, you can see, grabbing at his lower back. A move like that will take its toll on you. And now the Miz, very smart move here, not only working on that back that he just targeted, but working on the leg as well, trying to soften Rhodes up for the potential figure 4. But Miz, unable to keep the submission hold applied as Rhodes was able to break out of it. And now Cody Rhodes has Miz up on his shoulder here. Cody Rhodes, what's he thinking here? Oh, turned it into a cutter. Nice move by Rhodes. As he powered him up onto his shoulder. Tossed him up. Caught him with a cutter. And now Rhodes takes him over to the rope. Cody Rhodes. Now he's going to send Miz into the cage again. Face first into the steel. Goes the Miz. You have to wonder, is somebody going to get busted open? I mean, with the steel cage at play like this, getting rammed face first into the steel over and over again. And depending on how many times these two men... I don't know how many times... Oh, Miz. Miz was trying to grab him, but Rhodes, again, caught himself on the ropes. He was able to stop Miz's momentum. And now Rhodes, no! He gets rammed face first into the cage. Beautiful counter by the Miz, turned it into a spine buster. As Rhodes now is in trouble. Boot to the face by the Miz. As now Miz, Miz could be looking to put Rhodes away as Rhodes stumbles to his feet. Miz, he's heating up. Oh, the half Nelson backbreaker delivered. Rhodes rolls over onto his stomach trying to avoid the pinfall, but Miz is going to go for it anyway. He rolls him over, hook of the leg. He gets the 2. No. Rhodes doesn't get much closer than that. He's able to kick out. Crowd is certainly into this matchup. As Miz now boots the midsection. The Miz looking for a powerbomb again, but no. Cody Rhodes able to counter it. This is a jab. Forearm. Miz, he's dazed, in trouble as Rhodes whips him off. Back body drop, and now with a full head of steam off the ropes. Oh, really just wrenching on the neck there. Now Rhodes gonna go up top again. Cody Rhodes. The leg drop delivered. Leg drop right across the throat. And Miz is in trouble. Miz up to his feet, but he's out like a light. Miz is out on his feet, and Cody Rhodes, he's got the crossface chicken wing. The crossface chicken wing, the same move that he used to force Miz to tap out at Payback. Is this gonna do it? Is Cody Rhodes going to retain the title once and for all? No! Miz breaks out of it. Miz escapes the submission hold. Oh, and now look at this. The Miz, can he lock it in? Yes, he can. The figure four. Figure four leg lock, and how quickly the tables have turned. Rhodes is now caught. Miz able to escape certain disaster, and now Rhodes caught in the figure four. Will he tap out? Rhodes trying to reverse the pressure, and he does. He flips it over and reverses the pressure. Miz forced to break the hold for the sake of his own knee. But now, oh, just a slap. Slap to the face by the Miz. And now Rhodes again goes up top. Miz is in trouble. Cody Rhodes, crossbody. Crossbody delivered. And now Rhodes. Rhodes could be looking for the crossroads. Could be looking to put Miz away once and for all. No, Miz over the back. Miz over the back. And he stays alive. As now the Miz neckbreaker. Neckbreaker takes down Rhodes. Somehow, Miz still hanging in this matchup. As now the Miz has got him. Snap DDT. Kicked out the leg. Snap DDT. Miz the cover. There's two, but no. Rhodes kicks out again. And Miz can't believe it. I mean, what more does he have to do? Rhodes continues to hang on, and Miz, his shot at winning the Intercontinental Championship, the light at the end of his tunnel, continues to grow dimmer and dimmer, weaker and weaker. As Rhodes another counter. And Rhodes saying, is that all you've got? Back and forth. Back and forth these two men go. Punch for punch, blow for blow. But now it's Cody Rhodes with the rally. And Miz is busted open. That last shot, planting him face first in the canvas, it busted him open. The Hollywood, what does he call it? The Moneymaker. The Moneymaker is taking some serious damage as Miz now is in trouble. Cody Rhodes off the top rope. Off the ropes there. Miz planted face first, and Cody Rhodes, well, if he can't pin him, oh, he's going to try to escape the cage. Cody Rhodes looking to make the escape out of the cage. And yes, this would be a victory, but is this the victory that Rhodes wants? Rhodes is running away from the Miz. He's up on top of the cage, but he's stopped. Is he going to escape? No! Cody Rhodes, crossbody! Cody Rhodes off the top of the cage, and he didn't get all of the Miz. He might have taken more damage himself. He might have crashed and burned. But Cody Rhodes, a dive off the cage. Both men trying to get to their feet, and it's the Miz who makes it up first. And Miz, skull-crushing finale. Skull-crushing finale, and that may do it. Rhodes is out, still suffering from the damage off the crossbody. And it's over. The Miz finally picks up the victory over Cody Rhodes. And The Miz is your new Intercontinental Champion. What a turn of events that was. Cody Rhodes, it looked like he was going to escape. It looked like he was going to just walk home with a win. And yes, he could have done that. But I think he realized finally that, all of this, the controversy surrounding his Intercontinental Championship reign, it's all at the cause of him. It's all the fault of his own. He's the one who contradicted himself. He finally seemed to realize that here tonight. So he decided, you know what, if I'm going to win this, I'm going to do it the right way. He tried to dive off the cage, tried to risk everything to pick up the win over The Miz the hard way. But unfortunately for him, he did not get all of it. He crashed and burned. And what might have been, a bold display of character on the part of Cody Rhodes, in the end, it ends up costing him the win. So The Miz, the long journey finally comes to an end. He finally becomes the first ever two-time Intercontinental Champion. We take a brief break from the action now to bring you a special announcement. The third annual King of the Ring tournament will begin on the next episodes of both Raw and SmackDown. 32 superstars will compete to qualify for this event, And of course, the new Superstar Initiative is still in effect, so we could very well see a slew of new superstars debuting to the WWE, perhaps making a name for themselves in this tournament. Of course, we already know that the returning Daniel Bryan will be competing. Apollo Crews has announced that he is aiming to become the King of the Ring. Chris Jericho said that he will retire if he cannot win the tournament. So we've got superstars young and old, veterans of the industry. We've got returning main eventers. We've got superstars trying to make that impact, trying to make a name for themselves here in this company. This year's King of the Ring tournament is shaping up to be more unpredictable, more combustible than ever. And of course, the winner of the King of the Ring tournament, as per usual, they will have the right to challenge for either the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event of Survivor Series. The stakes are high, the competition is fierce. It's the 3rd annual King of the Ring, so make sure to stay tuned so you don't miss it. And now we move on from thoughts of the King of the Ring to the United States Championship match featuring the final member of the Outcasts, Sin Cara, and the challenger, the Scottish Champagne Supernova Noam Dar, who has been on a tear since arriving onto the Raw roster. He has weaseled his way into this title match, or I should not say weaseled, but he's planned his way into this match very meticulously. We'll see if he can win it. Of course, Noam Dar on Monday Night Raw, ever since he got that contract, Dar has been very methodical in working his way to this US title match. I mean, of course, how he even got his Raw contract in the first place via the new Superstar Initiative, he was very careful in getting himself a match with the right opponent. He made sure to target what some may consider to be the weakest link on the Raw roster, Fandango. And he made sure that Fandango challenged him to a match so that, you know, there was a good reason for Noam Dar to be booked against Fandango specifically. Of course, Noam Dar defeated Fandango, earned his Raw contract, and from there has not wasted any steps, any wasted motion in pursuing the United States Championship. I mean, at Cyber Sunday, he had the chance to potentially be voted in as the #1 contender, the challenger for Sin Cara. He did not win the vote. The vote was won by Kalisto, Sin Cara's former tag team partner. So Noam Dar, instead of doing nothing, he made sure to use his platform, Cyber Sunday. He made sure to use it well. He targeted Sheamus in the midst of a 6-man tag, which stems into a matchup we'll be seeing later, where Seth Rollins will take on Baron Corbin. Sheamus was allying himself with Seth Rollins, and as that matchup went on, well, after the match ended, Noam Dar made sure to target Sheamus, which set up a match between the two of them on an episode of Raw recently, and it was Noam Dar who defeated Sheamus. So Dar, I do say that he's been very meticulous, that he has done, I did say that he sort of has weaseled his way onto Raw, that he sort of weaseled his way into this title match, but that's not to say that Noam Dar has not backed up his actions in the ring. Noam Dar, he's a very talented competitor. I do not want to undersell that, because yes, he was able to defeat a former world champion in Sheamus. And Noam Dar, well, how he got this title match, he ended up interfering in a matchup between Brian Kendrick and Sin Cara on Raw. It looked like Brian Kendrick may have been the next in line for the United States Championship. He was having a tremendous match with Sin Cara in the main event of Monday Night Raw. But, and again, there's always a but with Noam Dar, he came down to the ring while the referee was distracted, while Brian Kendrick was out of the ring, knocked him out cold with one of his enziguris, and Brian Kendrick got counted out. So all that left was Noam Dar for the United States Championship matchup. So Dar, yes, he has been impressive in the ring, but he has also made sure to work every possible circumstance into his favor to make sure that he would be getting this match with Sin Cara tonight. So on Noam Dar, he may be cocky, he may be a little inexperienced in the ring, he may be, he's still incredibly young, but to be at this level at such a young age, that's worth praising. So Dar, he does have his flaws, but he's really been working hard to get to this title match tonight. The question is, can he get the job done at the end of the day? Does he have it in him to defeat the talented and defending champion Sin Cara? Sin Cara, of course, he joined up with the Outcasts a couple of months back. He stabbed his partner Kalisto in the back. And, well, joining up with the Outcasts has certainly borne fruit for him. I mean, he captured the United States Championship in a fatal four-way match involving Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville, two men who we saw earlier on this evening duke it out. And Sin Cara, he's been impressive. The question is, how will he fare against Noam Dar? Because there's been a lot of interactions between these two men. They've said their words to each other. They've had their stare downs, but we've never seen them compete against each other. So, we'll see how this goes. As the referee rings the bell, and it's time to get it underway, Noam Dar and Sin Cara lock up center of the ring. Of course, Noam Dar, very technical out there. Very good mat wrestler, very good with his submission holds. Likes to work away on the legs of his opponent, so Sin Cara surely has got to be watching out for that. And if you're Noam Dar, you got to watch out for the high-flying offense of Sin Cara, but not just the high-flying offense, because much like Adrian Neville, Sin Cara, he, don't underestimate his power. He might look like a smaller guy, but that's deceptive. Especially going up against a guy like Noam Dar, who's around the same size as Sin Cara. Sin Cara is clearly going to have the power advantage in this matchup. Which is strange, because it almost would, just from what I'm seeing over here at the commentary booth, it almost looked like Noam Dar has a bit of a size advantage on Sin Cara. But size isn't everything. Looks can be deceptive. I mean, Sin Cara, he's much like the other members of the Outcasts. He's one of those superstars that has been overlooked for the time he has spent here in the WWE, but since joining up with the Outcasts has made a name for himself. And if Heath Slater and Bo Dallas were able to retain their tag team titles earlier on tonight, perhaps the same can be said for Sin Cara with his United States Championship. There's a snap suplex delivered on the concrete floor, Noam Dar writhing in agony. Sin Cara using his environment to his advantage as he's going to deliver another one. Snap suplex once again. Dar, his back has got to be killing him now. As Sin Cara tosses him back into the ring, referee up to a count of 4, but Sin Cara's going to get back in. Nope. Dar tried to cut him off, but Sin Cara springboard hurricanrana. There's that lucha libre style that Sin Cara excels in. And that's what Dar has to look out for the most. As Sin Cara now, building up a full head of steam. Tilt-a-whirl small package. Cover 1. No. Not going to get the 2, though. Noam Dar able to survive. But quickly, Sin Cara is turning this into a very Sin Cara-style matchup. He is dictating the pace. He is in control. And this is not the kind of matchup that Noam Dar wants. As Dar caught the leg. Dar caught the leg. And turned it into an arm drag. Beautiful. Very clinical out there as Noam Dar. Is now Dar going to work on the arms here? That's a different approach. As I said at the start of this matchup, Dar typically likes to work away on the legs. Try to soften his opponent up for that devastating Champagne Super Knee Bar. But right now he's working on the arms. Got a bow and arrow applied, but Sin Cara with the elbow and a drop kick. Right on the button. You can't get a drop kick much better than that. Sin Cara nailed it to perfection. Noam Dar picks himself up to the apron, but look out, Sin Cara sunset flip powerbomb. Again, Sin Cara is going to work. Sin Cara has got firm control of this matchup, and this is exactly what he needs. Looking for another snap suplex on the floor, but no, Dar able to reverse it. Not going to get the pinfall on the outside, of course. Oh, but it disoriented Sin Cara, and that's what he wanted to do. As now the drop kick into the apron, Sin Cara, his back colliding with the hardest part of the ring. That's going to do Noam Dar favors over the course of this matchup. That's going to be a big move that could have long-lasting ramifications as this matchup continues. But now, Noam Dar doing what he does best, and that is targeting the leg. Dar drives the knee right into the thigh. Certainly, Sin Cara, his leg could start cramping up. Definitely will limit the mobility of Sin Cara. Oh, but Sin Cara able to counter back with a jawbreaker. And Sin Cara going to go for another snap suplex, but again, Dar blocked. And the cover. 2. No. Sin Cara stays alive, but Noam Dar right back on him. And even the referee needs to get out of there because the referee's taking some shots as well. Is Dar cross chop to the throat? Oh, But Sin Cara able to block the elbow. Sin Cara now, Sin Cara, look at this, quickening the pace once again. And he turns it into an armbar, tilt-a-whirl armbar. And now Sin Cara wrenching back. Sin Cara, he's not a full-on stranger to submissions either. But against a guy like Noam Dar, I don't know how smart of a game plan that's going to be. Because now look at this. Noam Dar, no sooner does he get out of the armbar than he applies the knee bar. The champagne super knee bar. And Sin Cara now. The ligaments, the tendons in that knee have got to be getting ripped to shreds by Noam Dar. And Sin Cara may have to tap out. He does not. But even if he doesn't tap out, that's going to deal tremendous damage to Sin Cara over the course of this matchup. We've seen how much damage that knee bar can do. Even if it doesn't end the match, Noam Dar, anytime he applies it, it's a game changer. Because Sin Cara, I mean, he might have been able to break out of the hold, but he wasn't able to get back to his feet. And as a result of that, Noam Dar continues to work away on the leg. So Sin Cara may have broken out of it once, but if Dar can lock it in again, it might be all she wrote. Might be good night, Irene. No! But Sin Cara able to break out of that submission hold. And Sin Cara now trying to use his arms. Well, if he doesn't have access to his legs. If Dar's trying to work on the legs. Oh, but again, just out of instinct. He tried to go for another kick. Dar caught the leg, and immediately back on the attack goes Noam Dar. And that's the problem. When you work a certain style, you get so used to it, you just, without even thinking, you just go to your usual tricks. And that came back to backfire for Sin Cara. As now Noam Dar again, back to the leg with the devastating kicks. And Sin Cara's not looking too hot out there. Noam Dar has turned the tables in a big way. Another cross chop to the throat. Sin Cara. He's staggered right now as Dar tries to go to the... Oh, no! He took too long. Dar tried to perhaps take a risk, but he took too long getting up there. You can tell that Noam Dar going for those high-risk moves, generally not his style. And now Sin Cara has turned the tables as he goes back to the kicks, but again, Sin Cara should try to use a different approach. He went back to the legs, and Dar caught it. And it backfired on him once again. As now Sin Cara... Oh, no! Noam Dar wrapped up the arm, drop kick straight to the arm, and now Dar, it looks like he's going to go to work on the arm. Well, Sin Cara is already down a leg. And now Noam Dar is trying to go to work on the arms as well. Noam Dar... Oh, jeez. Trying to rip that shoulder out of its socket. Noam Dar is just vicious. Relentless right now. In his assault on Sin Cara, he is looking to systematically pick him apart piece by piece. Started with the leg. Now he's going after the arm. As Sin Cara now. That arm getting twisted all out of place. Getting bent all out of shape. Oh, and Noam Dar drives the knee. The knee right into the bicep of Sin Cara. But Sin Cara still able to counter with an arm drag. But now you have to wonder, if Sin Cara's going to be down an arm and a leg, how is he even going to hope to stay in this matchup? How is he going to fight? Well, he's looking to go for a big shot right now. Noam Dar tossed to the outside. Sin Cara's got that look in his eye. He's going to go through the ropes, but no! He was too slow. He was just a step or two behind, thanks to the damage done to the leg. And Noam Dar able to block it in now. Noam Dar dives off the top rope. 1, 2. No. Well, Noam Dar, a bit of a stranger to high-risk moves like that. But, nonetheless, he's dealt some massive damage to Sin Cara. Now look at this. He's got the armbar. Oh my god. Not just the armbar, but he's got the leg trapped as well. Noam Dar has been working away on the leg and the arm of Sin Cara, and now that's paying dividends. Sin Cara is trapped in the center of the ring. Not going to get a rope break. He might have to tap out. Dar trying to just rip apart the arm and the leg of Sin Cara. I mean, this man going to be fighting with half his strength if he can even break out of this, and that's if he can break out of this hold. Well, somehow Sin Cara able to escape, but what is he going to do? I mean, Sin Cara, his arm has been taken out, his leg. I mean, Sin Cara's trying to do whatever he can. He rolls him up. He rolls him up. 1, 2. No, Dar survives. And Sin Cara trying to look for the quick win there, but the longer this matchup goes, and the more it's going to play into the favor of Noam Dar, as Sin Cara, I mean, how much of his arsenal has been completely neutralized. You saw Sin Cara trying to work out the pain in that arm, trying to get some feeling in it. Oh, and he's going to go for this. How does he even have the strength to pull that off? Somehow, that schoolboy powerbomb delivered. Hook of the leg by Sin Cara. 2. No. I mean, I guess that's why he's the United States Champion. Dar has worked away on the arm and the leg, but somehow Sin Cara able to pull off a move like that. But again, you have to wonder, how smart of a move is that? Because how much energy did that take out of Sin Cara just to pull off that one move? I mean, yes, it was devastating, but was it the smartest move Sin Cara could have made? I don't know. But then again, Sin Cara might not have any other option. He might not have another choice. Noam Dar has backed him into a corner. Sin Cara is in trouble. And this is what I said. Noam Dar, he might be crafty. He might be able to warp this scenario into his benefit. He might be willing to use his bag of tricks. But when he goes out into that ring, he gets the job done. Oh, wait, he's uncovered the turnbuckle. The referee didn't even see it. The referee did not even see that Noam Dar exposed the steel on that turnbuckle. And now, whoa, wait a minute. Well, Noam Dar is in control, but look who it is. That's the Brian Kendrick. Dar took his eyes off the prize. Dar took his eyes off of Sin Cara, and Sin Cara back to his feet. Spanish fly. Dar is in trouble. Brian Kendrick still making his way to the ring. He may have just cost Noam Dar big time, but look at Sin Cara. Sin Cara doesn't want Brian Kendrick to have any involvement in this match. Sin Cara wants to put away Dar himself, and he has just taken out the Brian Kendrick. And Sin Cara now, top rope, looking for the Swanton. No! No, he missed. He missed the Swanton. And Dar with the Enziguri. Brian Kendrick may have just cost Sin Cara the match. 1, 2, 3, no. Brian Kendrick. The ultimate irony of this is that he came down to the ring to try to distract Dar. He tried to screw him over. But in the end, he helped give Noam Dar the win. I mean, Dar, tremendous performance in this matchup. Just very, I mean, you don't get much better than that. I mean, Dar picked apart the leg, picked apart the arm of Sin Cara. I mean, he was in control. It was all Sin Cara could do just to hang in there. But then Brian Kendrick came down to the ring. Sin Cara, he did not have to dive out to Brian Kendrick. He did not have to take him out. But perhaps that's a bit of the honor code of Sin Cara. He didn't want to take any chances. He didn't want Brian Kendrick to get involved. He wanted to beat Dar himself. But that's what cost him. Sin Cara, he took his eyes off Noam Dar. He threw himself outside of the ring. And that gave Noam Dar enough time to recover to roll out of the way of the Swanton. And now Noam Dar is the new United States Championship. From 0 to the top in an instant. As now there's TJ Perkins. Well, he's still looking for a tag team partner. His matchup is up next. Wait a minute. You don't think? Well, Tyler Breeze, he wants to offer, he said he'll fight alongside TJ Perkins. And I mean, it's not like Perkins has any other options. Because there's the theme music. The match is getting underway. I mean, the clock has struck 12 for TJ Perkins. He's out of time. As here come his opponents, Akira Tozawa and Hideo Itami. Of course, this is the finals of the SmackDown Tag Team Championship tournament. The winner will become the inaugural SmackDown Tag Team Champions. For Itami and Tozawa, they got to this point by defeating the Wyatt family in the second round. In the first round, they defeated Primo and Epico, the Colognes. But they weren't supposed to be fighting TJ Perkins, or potentially Tyler Breeze. I don't know. But they were supposed to be fighting TJ Perkins and Rich Swann, who had made it through the first 2 rounds by defeating Sanity. And before that... Well, wait a minute. I thought maybe we were going to see Tyler Breeze take up that spot, but it doesn't seem as though that's the case. Is TJ Perkins Did Perkins reject Breeze? I mean, we know that there is some history between Perkins and Breeze. When Perkins first tried to debut as part of the new Superstar Initiative, when he tried to earn a WWE contract in his singles appearance, he was defeated by Tyler Breeze as part of the Gorgeous Open Invitational. And I guess the scars still run a little too deep for Perkins. He doesn't want to give Breeze that chance. So, you know, I feared that this would be the worst case scenario. But Perkins, it appears as though he hasn't been able to find a tag team partner. And so he'll be taking on Akira Tozawa and Hideo Itami himself. Which, I mean, hey, if we only have one tag team champion, that's certainly going to be interesting. But I guess that's the situation we find ourselves in. Wait a minute. Have I spoken too soon? It appears I have, because there he is. The king of Cuteville, decked out like a golden god. It's Prince Pretty, Tyler Breeze. And it looks like TJ Perkins has accepted Breeze's offer. He couldn't find himself a partner. Breeze was the only option. I mean, Breeze said it himself. He was the best and only option. So it looks like we're going to see the unlikely alliance of TJ Perkins and Tyler Breeze. And I gotta say, for Breeze's sake, this has got to be a pretty sweet deal for him, because, I mean, he had the chance to potentially compete for the Intercontinental Championship, but he was defeated in that #1 contenders match by The Miz, who we saw earlier on this evening, went on to win the Intercontinental Championship inside the steel cage. So, Tyler Breeze, if he wasn't able to get the Intercontinental title shot, this opportunity just happened to fall into his lap. Of course he was going to take it. And it certainly seems like Breeze was prepared for this. I mean, he's got his attire ready. I mean, just look at that. I mean, Breeze, he likes to go out there. He likes to be fashionable. He likes to draw all eyes to him. And you go out there looking like that, and yeah, you're going to turn some heads. So Tyler Breeze and TJ Perkins are the new team. Rich Swann, of course, as I said earlier in the show, he was attacked at a SummerSlam event by a fan. The fan was able to escape. We don't know who was responsible. But Swann, his injuries were too severe, unable to compete in this matchup tonight, so he has been replaced now by Tyler Breeze. As the referee holds the titles up in the air, the SmackDown Tag Team Championships on the line. The winning team will become the first ever team to hold those titles. The team that will represent SmackDown. So here we go. Starting things off, it is TJ Perkins and Hideo Itami, who himself is a former WWE Tag Team Champion. Of course, back then, he was teaming with Finn Balor, who is over on Monday Night Raw, who we have not seen in quite some time, the Demon, Finn Balor. But they had a tremendous run as Tag Team Champions, and Itami, when he came over to SmackDown, he tried to look for a singles run. I mean, he did try to compete for the Intercontinental Championship, was unsuccessful there. So it looks as though he has returned to the tag team division, only this time, instead of Finn Balor by his side, it is Akira Tozawa, who Itami has taken under his wing. And this is an interesting dynamic those two have, because before, it was Balor and Itami who went out there, who seemed to be more along the lines of equals to one another. But Itami seems to have taken Tozawa under his wing, because Tozawa only debuted as part of the new Superstar Initiative. So Tozawa, he's just as new. Oh, big boot there by Tozawa. What a combination. I mean, Tozawa is a new superstar here to SmackDown just as much as TJ Perkins is. I mean, experience outside of the company doesn't really matter in this case. The WWE crowd, they're not too familiar with these two men. So Tozawa, easiest way for him to make an impression, pair up with a guy like Hideo Itami, a guy who has that reputation as a former tag team champion, a guy who has already established himself in front of this crowd. But I mean, if Tozawa's going to be that vocal, if he's going to be making noise like that, I don't think it's going to be too long before people recognize the name Akira Tozawa as well. You want to make a name for himself, you want to make an impact, certainly one way to do it. Tag made to Hideo Itami. TJ Perkins right now is in trouble. It's a shot to the arm there by Itami. And now Itami lighting him up with the kicks. There's that strong style that Hideo Itami specializes in. Oh, wait. Look at TJ Perkins. TJ Perkins, gut-wrench suplex. Beautiful counter. So far right now, it looks like Perkins is just trying to do things by himself right now. I mean, he had built up that reputation, or that relationship with Rich Swann, because even though as a tag team they might have been relatively new, you know, they had been friends. They had known each other for quite some time, Perkins and Swann. Both came from similar backgrounds, so they had similar stories. They knew what each other were about. And they were starting to put together a good kinship. I mean, we've seen so far in this matchup that Tozawa and Itami certainly are on the same page. They're working together well. Something similar was brewing between TJ Perkins and Rich Swann, but Perkins does not have that relationship yet with Tyler Breeze, so that definitely is going to be a handicap for these two, is that they only just now became a team. No way they're on the same page, so Perkins might just be trying to go with, I mean, when he thought that Rich Swann wouldn't be competing, I'm sure that he planned for the unlikely scenario that he would go out there by himself. And perhaps that's the game plan he's just trying to stick to right now. He's just trying to say, Breeze, stay out of my way. Let me do my thing. And if I need you, I'll tag you, but seems like that. Oh, cover by Itami, but there's Breeze. There's Breeze coming in to break it up. And see, that's the benefit of having a partner, is even if you're not on the same page, you both do have the same goal. So Breeze was able to save Perkins from certain disaster there, but right now Itami, well, there's no saving Perkins from that disaster. As a perfect storm of strikes from Hideo Itami lays out TJ Perkins. The crowd getting behind Hideo Itami. Of course, Itami a fan favorite. As now Itami with a full head of steam throws himself into the corner. Perkins is in trouble. The crowd gets to their feet as Itami gets to the top rope. Perkins trying to crawl away. Perkins, he had the opportunity to perhaps try to go make a tag to Breeze, but he decided not to do it. Perkins still trying to fend for himself out there. Is TJ Perkins now. Perkins with the submission. He's got a submission hold applied on Hideo Itami. That's where he specializes, this Perkins. He is a good ring technician, but against someone like Hideo Itami, is that going to be enough? As again, the crowd chanting away, Hideo, Hideo. As Perkins whipped into the corner, and Itami could be looking to make the tag to Tozawa, and he does. Snapmare there. Nice move there. Oh, and a kick, a stiff kick, right between the shoulder blades by Hideo Itami. I mean, Perkins certainly going to be feeling that one tomorrow. Might be feeling that for the next week. As off now, the senton by Tozawa. That may be enough. That may do it. No, though. Perkins just barely hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Drop kick now to the back of the neck by Akira Tozawa. And Perkins, I mean, he's either got to make a tag or he's getting fed to the wolves right now. As you see Tozawa now yelling in Breeze's face, saying, hey, you want to get in this matchup, come save your boy, otherwise we're going to be walking away with tag team gold. As Tozawa now, look at this, Hurricanrana. Perkins with the full head of steam. Tozawa takes him down. And now Tozawa saying, this is it, it's over. Oh, no, he went for the kick, but Perkins blocked it. Perkins blocked the kick, and now TJP. Oh! Beautiful, beautiful gutbuster. Some sort of move there, hook of the arms, dropped him on the knees. But again, Perkins had the chance to make the tag, and he didn't do it. Perkins, I think he should have made the tag there. I think this is a bad call. I mean, yes, he may not trust Breeze, but Perkins cannot fight two men at once. He can't do this by himself. But he's still trying to do it. He's got Tozawa up top, looking for the Frankensteiner, but no. Tozawa hung on. Tozawa hung on to the ropes. And a big mistake by Perkins, but look at Breeze. Breeze saying, okay, if Perkins isn't going to tag me into this thing, if he isn't going to let me take a shot, I'm going to take a shot myself. I'm going to make my own opportunity. And now Perkins is going for the tag. Tozawa trying to crawl over to Hideo Itami. Perkins trying to crawl over to Breeze, and the tag is made. Tag made to Tyler Breeze. And Breeze with a shot on Tozawa. A dropkick now. And the crowd now starting to get behind Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze certainly has, not great history with the fans, with the WWE Universe, but tonight, the crowd is getting into this. Again, Itami trying to reach for the tag. Breeze takes care of Itami. As the crowd continues to chant, Tozawa's in trouble right now. Breeze has got a full head of steam. DDT. DDT delivered. Tozawa's in trouble. 1, 2, no. Tozawa the kick out. Perkins able to get back up to the apron, but he's in no shape to get back in the ring right now. He can barely stand over there. But a beauty shot, not a beauty shot, supermodel kick rather. Supermodel kick to the back of Tozawa's head. Tozawa's out. 2. No. The supermodel kick to the back of Tozawa's head. But Tozawa, there's the fighting spirit. He's still in this. Tozawa refusing to quit. He does not want to let... Well, oh! Breeze went for the Hurricanrana. Tozawa countered with a powerbomb, but Breeze right back up to his feet. But again, that just goes to show the difference here. Breeze has not been tagged into this matchup. He's fresh as a daisy. Whereas Tozawa, Itami, they've been out there working for quite a bit. As Tozawa now the elbow drop. Tozawa doesn't want to disappoint himself. Well, he doesn't want to let himself down. He doesn't want to let his partner, Hideo Itami, down. There's a lot riding on this matchup for a guy like Tozawa. A chance to make a name for yourself as again, Itami takes a shot. Itami taken down by Breeze, and Breeze has the arms. Breeze! The Unprettier! Face planted is Tozawa. 2, 3, we've got new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But it's not Hideo Itami and Akira Tozawa, and it's not TJ Perkins and Rich Swann. It is TJ Perkins and Tyler Breeze, who walk away as your new, well, not just your new, but your inaugural SmackDown Tag Team Champions. What a turn of events this is. At the start of this show, going into this event, we thought it was going to be Rich Swann and TJ Perkins competing, but no. TJ Perkins had no other choice. It had to be Breeze. Breeze, the last-minute substitution. And now look at this. What a picture that is. Breeze and Perkins, your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Unbelievable. Breeze and Perkins get it done. Well, how long is this team going to last, though? That's the new question. Lots of implications coming down from this matchup, but hey, they're the winners for now. They can celebrate. Well, the time for talk is over. It's time to get down and dirty, as this one is for the Women's Championship. And here is seemingly the hand-picked #1 contender by Stephanie McMahon. This is Nia Jax. Nia Jax, she made her first appearance with the WWE way back at WrestleMania when she assisted Stephanie McMahon in eliminating Paige from the WWE. And for a while there, Nia Jax, she was dormant. We didn't know what happened to her. She disappeared. But then, out of nowhere, she came back and made a huge impact at Cyber Sunday when after Asuka defeated Charlotte, Nia Jax came down to the ring, made her presence felt. She got right in the face of the women's champion, right in the face of the Empress. And without really saying anything, she let the message be known that she was coming for that women's championship. And here we are now. SummerSlam. Women's title on the line. I mean, this is as good as a main event. Nia Jax. She's got the size. She's got the power. She's a force to be reckoned with, but as you saw in that vignette, Asuka, she said it herself. She fears no one. She will fight anyone, and she will defeat everyone. Asuka. She won that women's championship back at WrestleMania, the same night where Nia Jax made her debut. Asuka, she won the Queen of the Ring tournament by defeating Natalya, a former Divas champion, and the up-and-coming Sasha Banks in a triple threat. That was how she won the women's title. I mean, in that Queen of the Ring tournament, she defeated a number of superstars, defeated 2 former Divas champions in Brie and Nikki Bella. Asuka, she has just gone through the roster. She has been on an absolute tear. At Extreme Rules, she took down Emma. At Payback, she took down Becky Lynch. And at Battleground, she defeated both Bellas in a triple threat. And of course, I did already mention that she defeated Charlotte at Cyber Sunday. Asuka has been unstoppable. So this really is a case of Nia Jax and Asuka, 2 unstoppable forces colliding, and one of them's got to give. Something has got to break. And Nia Jax, for her sake, she wants that to be Asuka. She said she's going to find Asuka's breaking point. Asuka, she's the ruler of the kingdom. The Empress. Nia Jax says there's only room for one ruler, and I'm going to take that throne. Nia Jax, we've seen what she can do in the last couple of weeks. Asuka has taken her shots on Jax. She's already laid her out once with a devastating roundhouse kick. But Nia Jax has left Asuka laying as well. So, these 2 women, I'd have to say they're evenly matched. I mean, really, I don't know. Normally, I would say Asuka's the favorite to win, but against Nia Jax, this is... I don't really know. I can't really make any snap judgments here. I don't know who I'd have to... I don't know if there is a favorite to win here. Guess we'll just have to... I'll have to shut my mouth and just cover the action in the ring, and we'll see what happens when we get to the end. So the referee rings the bell. The match is underway. Nia Jax versus Asuka. You can see both women saying, bring it on. What's it going to be? They lock up now, collar and elbow tie up, and just look at the power of Nia Jax. So Nia Jax just shoves her away and says, I'm going to break you in half. Well, Asuka says, bring it on then. Show me what you got. And Nia Jax levels her with a devastating clothesline. Oh, but Asuka. Nia Jax went for a headbutt. Asuka blocked it with an elbow. And now here come the strikes. Here comes the flurry of offense from Asuka. As Asuka trying to chop down the legs. Vicious jabs, strikes, slaps, anything. Asuka's body is a weapon and Nia Jax knows it. She was able to dodge the roundhouse, the same roundhouse that has knocked her out in the past. Nia Jax gets some distance. Takes some time to compose herself. She doesn't want to get heated. She does not want to let Asuka play the mind games. Ooh! You want to talk about mind games, a meeting of the minds right there in very literal sense, as Nia Jax, a devastating headbutt after grabbing Asuka by the hair, and now Nia Jax trying to crush the life out of Asuka with that seated senton, and now grabs her by the side of the head and drives her face right into the mat. Jax now knee to the face. Nia Jax, she doesn't care about looking pretty. She just goes out there and destroys. She just absolutely decimated Alicia Fox a couple of weeks back on Monday Night Raw. I mean, Fox never had a chance. And Emma, she met the same fate as well. She was destroyed by Nia Jax. Asuka may just be the next in line to meet the same fate. So right now, Nia Jax is certainly taking control of this match. She's feeling confident right now. Oh, again, just hip checks her right there. Nothing pretty about that, but it's effective. There's Asuka now. No, back to her feet is Asuka. Takes her down with the arm drag. Beautiful enziguri. She connected with a beautiful kick. And now Nia Jax is in trouble. Asuka's going to wind it up. Bang! What a kick. What a shot. Like a gunshot. Hook of the leg. She might have caved her face in. No, but Nia Jax kicks out at 1. I mean, Nia Jax, how durable is she? She can eat a boot to the face and kick out at 1 like it was nothing. Like she just got bitten by a fly or something. Like she just got flicked in the face. She does not. Well, she's able to... Asuka's able to knock her down there, but knocking her down and keeping her down for 3 seconds is... Those are two completely different things. There's Asuka, another kick to the back. There's a spinning kick to the midsection. Jax is reeling right now. Asuka is in control. But for how long is she going to be able to keep that up? Nia Jax bounced head first off the top turnbuckle. Asuka with the kicks. Now a shot. Shot to the back. Oh, but that kick got caught. Jax caught her, and now belly to belly. Belly to belly suplex. Asuka trying to crawl away, trying to crawl back up to her feet using the corner. But Nia Jax is right there, and nothing pretty about that. Just a straight bone-to-bone headbutt. And I mean, that could give you a concussion. Nia Jax now the leg drop. Asuka may be done. Asuka may be done. The cover now, not even hooking the leg. Nia Jax is just that damn confident, but she shouldn't be. She shouldn't be that confident because that is nowhere near enough to put away the women's champion. As the Empress stays alive, Nia Jax has got her up on her shoulders here. She's looking for a devastating power bomb, and she's gonna get it. Nia Jax now rolls her over. Jax the cover. 1. No. Asuka kicks out at 1 this time. The more punishment she takes, the more eager she is to take more. Asuka, she is a force that this women's division has never seen before. Oh, what a kick! Nia Jax went for a kick, and boy, did that not work out for her. Beautiful shot. I mean, a beautiful devastation delivered by Asuka, and now off the ropes with a full head of steam. Running hip attack. 1, 2. No. Jax able to kick out, which is a good thing because if she had been pinned there, her arm was under the bottom rope. The referee did not see it. They'll have to keep a closer eye on these pinfalls because with the women's title on the line, when the stakes are as high as this, the last thing you want is some sort of a dodgy finish. There's Nia Jax in the corner. Asuka back-to-back running hip attacks. Asuka now just watching as Nia Jax writhes in pain on the mat. And Asuka again back with the shots. Slaps, backhand. And now lighten her up with the kicks. A couple of kicks to the midsection. Bang, 1 more. For good measure, that one dropped her. And Asuka's eating this up. The crowd loves her. The crowd loves it when she gets in the zone like this. Asuka, she brings a kind of physicality unrivaled in the women's division. Oh, but now look at this. Look at this. This may be the end. This may be the final nail in the coffin as Asuka. She's got Nia Jax locked in the Asuka lock. Nia Jax is in trouble. Asuka somehow managed to apply the Asuka lock. She's got the body scissors. She's choking the life out of her. But Nia Jax, look at the power of Nia Jax, able to break the grip. You had to think Asuka trying to scissor the body. She might not have had long enough legs to really lock it in fully. But now look at this, Samoan drop. Samoan drop by Nia Jax. And Asuka, she may be done. Jax the cover. 1, 2. No! Asuka peels the shoulder off the canvas. How close was that? You can't get much closer than that. But Nia Jax, she may have been close, but it doesn't matter. Almost only matters in horseshoes and hand grenades. And Nia Jax, the fact of the matter is, she is not currently the women's champion. She will need to do more than that if she wants to take the crown away from the Empress. As now, shot to the back. Asuka's in trouble. Nia Jax. What she got cooking? She's got Asuka up top. This is bad news. Bad news for the women's champion, but no. Asuka the counter. Asuka the counter. And now, oh, what a kick. Spinning kick off the top rope. Cover now by Asuka. 1, 2, and no. And the crowd once again erupts. Gets to their feet as Nia Jax now is the one. Barely hanging on for dear life. But Asuka, she doesn't care. She says, okay, you want more? I will give you more. But Nia Jax comes back delivering more punishment of her own. And she's going to take her up top again. Asuka is up top in a dangerous position. And Nia Jax, she is going to join her. They're up in no woman's land. Nia Jax, oh, the superplex. Superplex, both women feeling the effects of that one. But Jax not going for the cover. Nia Jax follows through with a leg drop. And now you can see Jax, she knows that Asuka's on the brink of defeat, and she can feel it. She thinks she's on the verge of winning the Women's Championship. And she may very well be. As Nia Jax has her. Looking for the, no! Countered into a DDT. Asuka countered into a DDT. 1, 2. Oh, but Jax grabbed the bottom rope. Nia Jax grabbed the bottom rope. And the crowd chanting, this is awesome, and it truly is. What is it going to take to put these women away? Another dodge by Jax. She's able to avoid the roundhouse kick. And these two women have given it just about everything they've got. And the match continues. Nia Jax now up to the middle rope. Nia Jax calling her out. She said this is going to do it. She's looking for the splash, but she missed. Jax misses the splash. Asuka gets out of the way. And now Asuka. Asuka lining her up. Asuka. Cross arm breaker. Cross arm breaker. It's locked in. Jax. Her arm getting ripped out of its socket right now, perhaps. Is Asuka. Asuka. No. Jax. Jax able to escape it. Nia Jax able to break out of the submission hold. And now Nia Jax, drives her down with a spine buster. And now Nia Jax, elbow drop. No! Asuka rolled out of the way. Asuka able to roll out of the way of that elbow drop. And now, back for more. But Jax blocks. Jax, vicious right hand. But Asuka comes back, fires back with a shot of her own. Now the spinning kick. But Jax again, right hand. Nia Jax sends her off the ropes. Nia Jax back body drop. Devastating. As she pulls her back up to her feet, the onslaught will continue. Backbreaker. Backbreaker by Nia Jax. And these two women are exhausted. But Jax saying this is going to be the final shot. It's over from here. Nia Jax as Asuka. No! I thought she was out on her feet, but Asuka just playing possum. And now kicks, punches. Asuka now. Asuka, 3 kicks. There it is, the roundhouse. Jax couldn't avoid that one. She's out of gas. Asuka the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Asuka retains the Women's Championship. What a performance from both women. Not just on Asuka's part, but from Nia Jax as well. She truly did push Asuka to the brink of defeat. She's pushed Asuka further than anyone has pushed her before. But at the end of it all, it is the Empress who continues to reign supreme. And the Queen of the Ring continues to prove why she holds that title. What a match. I mean, look at this. Nia Jax going for the Samoan drop a second time, but Asuka turned it into a DDT, and there it is, that roundhouse kick. Once you get hit by that, it is lights out, baby. Nobody gets up from that. Not even someone as big, as towering as Nia Jax. As Asuka no, wait, what? Nia Jax with a steel chair. Nia Jax has a steel chair, and now she's just clobbering Asuka with the steel chair. The match is over. She's lost, but Nia Jax is not done. I mean, Asuka, she won the match. She won the war. Well, she won the battle, I should say, but it appears as though the war is not over. So now Nia Jax has got the steel stairs, but Asuka's back to her feet. Asuka trying to fight here. But I mean, these two women, they're both worn out, both exhausted. It's now Nia Jax. Oh no. No. Put the stairs down. But not like that. Steel stairs to Asuka. Now to the back as well. Nia Jax, a sore loser. Now it looks like she's not just out to defeat Asuka. She's out. Well, I mean, she said she would look for her breaking point. And now she might be trying to injure the women's champion. No, don't do this, Nia. No! Power bomb on the stairs. And Asuka, she may have won, but at what cost? Nia Jax has just destroyed the women's champion. Well, up next, ladies and gentlemen, if you thought that matchup was physical, if you thought it was brutal, you ain't seen nothing yet, because it doesn't get more personal than this. The Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin, takes on his former mentor, his former leader, the man he used to serve under, Seth Rollins. And this one, I mean, given how personal, how physical I expect this to be, it may very well be a bloodbath. As the crowd, I mean, still amped up from the action we saw in that women's title match, but it is only going to get more intense from here. As the man, the architect formerly of the Shield, it is Seth freaking Rollins. And Seth Rollins tonight, well, for the last several months, he has been reaping what he has sown. All the people he has stabbed in the back, all the bridges he has burned, all the people he has used in the past. He has been absolutely tormented by the revival, by Baron Corbin. And not to say that Seth doesn't deserve it. Seth himself realizes that, yes, he's not a great person. He has done some pretty terrible things to a lot of people. But Seth, he's apologized for all of that. He's recognized his flaws, recognized his wrongdoings. And now tonight, he's out to become a new man. He's out to vanquish his past. He's looking to put all that behind him and start anew. But to do that, he will have to go through his former right-hand man, the man who's been at the center of these past several months of just absolute hell that Seth Rollins has had to endure. Tonight, Seth Rollins goes one-on-one with Baron Corbin. And as for Baron Corbin, this matchup is very important for him as well, because, as he himself has said, he's been on an incredible winning streak. He has yet to be defeated. Some people forget that. But Baron Corbin has not been pinned, has not tapped out, has not been counted out. Baron Corbin is undefeated here in the series, especially in singles competition. So if he can defeat Seth Rollins one more time with everything on the line, there's going to be nothing stopping him. He may as well be a lock as the next #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. And if he can beat Seth Rollins and move on to a world title match, he may very well be the next world champion. Baron Corbin has been impressive, to say the least. He's been destructive, dominant. He has obliterated everything that has stood in his path. But the one man who keeps coming back for more, the one man that he just can't get rid of, that he just can't kill, has been Seth Rollins. And so tonight, it's do or die. It's all or nothing. Baron Corbin, he can either vanquish Seth Rollins once and for all, and move on to the ultimate prize of the industry, or he can lose everything. His winning streak, his pride, his status, everything could all go up in smoke. So, enough with the talking. Guess it's about time that we get down to action. Corbin, he looks ready for a fight. He's already shadow boxing. He's ready to take on Seth. He's ready to go to war. And the same can be said for Seth Rollins. Both men, well, Seth Rollins especially, donning the red tonight. And I have a feeling that's not the only red we're going to be seeing. I've been saying it. That these two men, with how much they hate each other. I mean, the last time we saw Seth Rollins in a matchup, you know, with the stakes this high, would have been at WrestleMania against Dean Ambrose. And granted, this doesn't really compare to the 60-minute Iron Man match, the endless nightmare that was Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania, but that matchup got pretty bloody. It was a pretty bloody affair. Not just that Ambrose got busted open, but Rollins as well. So, I'm just speaking off of history here, but let's focus on the action at hand. I'll stop making assumptions. A big blow there by Baron Corbin, just clocked Rollins in the face with a right hand. Oh, and an uppercut as well. See, Baron Corbin, he's going to have the size, the strength advantage. Seth Rollins, he's got the speed, the quickness, the agility. I mean, when it comes to all-around competitors, Seth Rollins, I mean, unrivaled perhaps. I mean, there's a reason why Seth Rollins has been as, well, why he always seems to be at the center of attention. Seth Rollins, yes, in the past, he made it that way. He developed an entire army to ensure that he would get what he wanted. But, you know, his ability he's able to back up what he says, and that's the thing. You know, he can have this army, he can do all these things, he can talk the talk, but if he ultimately couldn't back it up, he would not be the man that he is today. And Seth Rollins now hammering away on Baron Corbin, the crowd chanting along, but Corbin wants to take the crowd out of it. And this has been a tremendous journey for Seth because, you know, the fact that the crowd is just chanting along with him right there, that speaks volumes for how far Seth has come, because Seth, he was the biggest asshole in the locker room. I mean, there's no sugarcoating it. The superstars in the locker room hated him, crowd hated him. Very well, his own men may have hated him because they ended up turning on him. So, Seth Rollins had no allies, but now he's at least got the crowd behind him, and that's saying something. You know, he has had some people recognizing the danger of his situation, you know, how serious. You know, Seth Rollins getting abandoned by everybody. Sheamus was able to recognize that as someone who had experienced something similar in the past. So now Seth Rollins and Baron Corbin slugging it out. Oh, nice suplex there delivered by Seth Rollins. And now Seth Rollins springboard, Phoenix Splash. Beautiful. Right on the money. Hook of the leg on Corbin, but not even a 2. I mean, like I said, this is personal. I could call this a blood feud if there was blood, which there may very well be. But for now, I mean, incredibly personal. These two men do not want to show any signs of weakness. I mean, I'd almost say it's a miracle we even got the 1 count, that Corbin didn't just kick out at nothing. As Corbin now just stomping a mud hole in Seth Rollins. Baron Corbin picking him up. Boot to the midsection. Oh, and a clubbing blow to the back. There's Corbin. I mean, now just look at this. Oh, just look at this. Mocking Seth Rollins, just pressing his knee to his head, smashing his face into the canvas. We've talked about Seth Rollins' ego, but, I mean, as incredible as it may be to say this, Baron Corbin may have an even bigger ego than Seth Rollins, and that's saying a lot. Yeah, and I'm not just talking about the Seth Rollins we're seeing right now, the more humbled Seth Rollins. I'm talking about the Seth Rollins of old. And Baron Corbin is just that damn cocky, but then again, for a man who is undefeated, I suppose that level of ego is warranted. But a beautiful springboard moonsault to the outside by Seth Rollins. Now Corbin whipped into the barricade. Head first off the barricade he goes. Seth Rollins now whipping him into the steel stairs. The referee up to a count of 4. Corbin now over the barricade, into the crowd. Count of 5 now. Rollins going to head back into the ring. It's Corbin trying to compose himself on the outside. And Seth Rollins, well, look at Seth Rollins saying, bring it on, Corbin. I know you've got more than that. Referee up to a count of 8, but surely Corbin is going to get back in the ring. Of course he does. He beats the count. And now, back and forth again these two go. Blow for blow. Baron Corbin now. Baron Corbin, 3 stiff shots. Right hands to the face. As Rollins struggles to get to his feet. I mean, this match has already been exhausting for these two men. And I have a feeling we're only just getting started. Falcon Arrow delivered. Cover 1, 2. But no. Rollins gets the shoulder up. Of course, with a Falcon Arrow like that, will knock the wind out of you. Corbin taking that even further. Covering the mouth to restrict the breathing. Rollins. He's in trouble. Corbin now. He is going to work out there. He is getting in the zone. And Seth Rollins just ate another punch to the face. And now Baron Corbin. Snake eyes. Seth Rollins. Oh, Seth Rollins is busted open. There it is. There's the blood. I knew we'd see it. I just knew somehow deep down that this was going to happen. This was the only outcome. And now look at Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin, he's like a shark. He smells that blood in the water. And he is going straight for it. Going straight for the wound. That red blood marks a bullseye on Seth Rollins' skull and Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin, he sees the bullseye. Now he's firing his darts. Because here we go again. 3 more clubbing blows to the forehead. I mean, look how quickly Seth Rollins, that cut has been opened up. As soon as Baron Corbin saw it, he went straight for it. And I mean, Seth Rollins is a crimson mask right now. Corbin whips him off the ropes, caught him deep 6. May do it. Might be over. 2. And no. Well, can't say I'm surprised, considering how far Seth Rollins was able to go when he fought Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania. Granted, that was really a once-in-a-lifetime kind of match, a once-in-a-lifetime kind of performance, but nonetheless, Seth Rollins has shown in the past how durable he can be, how much punishment he can take. But Corbin, if Seth Rollins is going to take the punishment, he will gladly dish out more of it. And there's a lot of bad blood between these two men, no pun intended. Okay, pun intended, I like to pun, I'm sorry. But, you want to talk about puns, how about punishment? Seth Rollins is just getting absolutely destroyed. I mean, referee, come on, you got to stop this. Can't let Baron Corbin get away with something like that. I mean, the referee might have to call this match off. How much more does Seth Rollins have left? I mean, Corbin was just free to just take shots. He must have taken like a dozen punches right there. I mean, Seth Rollins, nothing he could do to even block it. He can't even get to his feet right now. Corbin, devastating kick to the ribs. And Corbin is merciless, but Seth Rollins, he might be too stubborn for his own good. Oh, wait a minute. Seth Rollins, the counter. Seth Rollins counters back and strikes back with a knee right on the skull, right on the jaw. And Seth Rollins is heating up. Seth Rollins now, he sees the sight of his own blood. And he is kicking it up a gear, kicking it up a notch. And now look at the punches by Seth Rollins. Devastating haymaker shots. Now a Seth Walker, 2. And no. Corbin able to survive. But Seth Rollins says, you know what, that's okay with me. Because I've still got a lot more left of pent-up aggression I gotta dish out. As curb stomps to the chest. And again, Rollins lights him up. Punch to the gut, knife edge chop, kick, punch to the face. Baron Corbin is absolutely a mess right now. So he gets sent to the outside, but, you know, as much damage as Corbin has taken. I mean, Seth Rollins is an absolute mess. I mean, look at that. You talk about a crimson mask. That is a full-on mask of blood Rollins is wearing, but nonetheless, Seth Rollins, suicide dive. He will not be denied. Seth Rollins doesn't care how much blood he has to lose. He doesn't care if he has to risk his body, his future. He will do whatever it takes to put Baron Corbin away, to vanquish his past. As Seth Rollins, Now, dragging Baron Corbin by the back of the head. Oh, face first off the ring post. Face first off that LED ring post. And now, oh, again. Again, Corbin bounces off of it. And I think Corbin's been busted open now. I think Corbin's bleeding. I saw him grabbing his head. Haven't gotten the confirmation yet. Perhaps Corbin just thinks he's bleeding. But Seth Rollins goes into the ring, breaks the count. Because he's not done. He's not done. There's Rollins now, dragging him again. I mean, Corbin. Now it's Corbin who's at the mercy of the monster. And yes, Corbin is in fact busted open. I just saw it. I saw the red. So referee up to a count of 5. Rollins just tosses Corbin, and you see Corbin just collapsed. Corbin's got nothing left. Referee count of 7. Rollins soaking this in. But of course Rollins is going to break the count. He's not going to take the win by count out. Not in this environment. Not with this much on the line. It's way too personal for that. It's Seth Rollins. No! Corbin the counter. Corbin's back on his feet. Baron Corbin. Oh! Now it's Seth Rollins who goes face first into the ring post. And Baron Corbin. Got a shot by... No. No, 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 no. Don't do this. Don't do it! I mean, just... I mean, of course Corbin's not going to take the count out. I mean, it's over. Seth is done. He just had his skull caved in with a big boot to the ring post. But Corbin still isn't done. Now bouncing him head first off of it again. Corbin is a monster. Corbin does not care. He wants to physically break Rollins. He wants to make sure that he never wrestles again. And he may have just done that. Rollins, he's out cold. Corbin rolls him over. 1, 2, 3. What? But then again, am I really surprised? Am I really surprised that Seth Rollins is able to kick out of all that? I've seen what Seth can do. But then again, I mean, I'm having flashbacks to WrestleMania here. I mean, yes, Rollins, he's able to kick out of all these moves, but how much of a toll is that taking on his body that he continues to fight like this? I mean, Seth Rollins, I think a good analogy might be the candle that burns the brightest, burns out the fastest. Seth Rollins, he might be able to have these tremendous wars, but at what cost? Surely his career is being shortened by performances like these, but Seth Rollins doesn't care. Seth Rollins, he doesn't care about the future. He lives in the here and the now. And Seth Rollins right now, the thing that is at the front and foremost of his mind is the absolute eradication of Baron Corbin. As Corbin whipped into the announce table. Seth Rollins is taking him up on top of the announce table. You've got to be kidding me. Seth Rollins. Look at Seth Rollins. He's got him. Falcon Arrow through the announce table. And it is just absolute carnage at ringside. The crowd is loving this. Seth Rollins, he is absolutely on fire right now. I mean, this man is absolutely incensed, enraged. And now he goes up top. Seth Rollins not one to stray away from high-risk moves as Corbin up to his feet. He's out of it. And Seth Rollins, crossbody, takes Corbin out. Both these men are bleeding. Like I said, I thought we were going to see a bloodbath, and I was absolutely right. As Rollins whips him into the corner. Baron Corbin. I mean, Baron Corbin's done. Corbin is out. As Seth Rollins now buckle bomb. And I think it's a foregone conclusion already. That Falcon Arrow through the announce table did it. But he's still not done. Seth Rollins, curb stomp. There's too much history. Too much bad blood between these two men for Seth Rollins to allow it to end there. And he's still not done. You don't think he's going to go up top. He's got one more trick up his sleeve, but Corbin rolls over. How does Corbin have the strength to move? Seth Rollins out to the apron, and he says, okay, I've got one more shot for you. Corbin tries to take a shot, but there's nobody there. Corbin, he might have gotten back to his feet. The lights were on, but nobody was home. He just took a shot out of sheer desperation, and now Seth Rollins, Phoenix Splash. It is over. Count to 1 million. And Seth Rollins gets the win. Seth Rollins in an absolute war. That match was absolute carnage. But Seth Rollins is the man who stands tall at the end of the day. Seth Rollins is the man who comes out on top. And Baron Corbin is finally defeated. His winning streak is over. Seth Rollins truly went by the motto of, I brought you into this company, I'm going to take you out of it. He brought Baron Corbin to the heights that Corbin was able to reach. You could argue that everything Corbin achieved was because of Seth Rollins, and tonight, Seth Rollins ripped it all away from him. And you can see here, buckle bomb followed through with a curb stomp, springboard knee, and one more move to put it to bed. Phoenix Splash. And that's it. Seth Rollins finally beats Baron Corbin, and he finally vanquishes his inner demons. I mean, you saw he got patched up there, but even then the blood is still flowing. Seth Rollins needs a little more than just a little cloth to clean that up. The scars of this match run deep, but Rollins comes out on top. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a 6-man tag. If you thought the last match was chaotic, this is going to be even more so, as it's Roman Reigns, Titus O'Neil. Well, I apologize for that break in transmission there. An eerie message from Bray Wyatt. So, I guess the question of whether or not Bray Wyatt will be a factor in this matchup is now a no-brainer. We've been getting those eerie messages for the last several weeks on SmackDown. I mean, Roman Reigns has so much on his plate right now. I mean, there's the disappearance of Dean Ambrose, the kidnapping of Dean Ambrose, his former Shield brethren, his former best friend. I guess I shouldn't say former best friend, but I mean, Reigns, he can't even really think about Ambrose right now because then Sanity got in the way. Still aren't really sure what the situation is with Sanity and Bray Wyatt. Is there an alliance there? It seems like there is. Is it a long-term thing? I don't know. But Roman Reigns, the fact of the matter is, he has to worry about all of that. He has to worry about Eric Young and his group of goons. He has to worry about Bray Wyatt potentially getting involved. And then, in the back of his mind, he's also got to be worrying about Dean Ambrose, because, I mean, he has no idea where he is. He hasn't been able to contact Ambrose. It's been radio silent. So, Roman Reigns, right now, all he can really do is just work with the men he's got working alongside him, try to take care of Sanity, and just, from there, take it one step at a time. Get rid of Sanity, then try to find Bray Wyatt. Try to get rid of Bray Wyatt so he can figure out where the hell Dean Ambrose is and what the hell happened to him. So we got a 6-man tag here tonight at SummerSlam. Roman Reigns teaming up with the former Intercontinental Champion, former Tag Team Champion, Titus O'Neil, who himself is looking for a bit of revenge against Sanity tonight, as it was Sanity who injured his former partner, former friend, Darren Young. And Darren Young, the extent of his injuries from just that tag team matchup alone, incredibly severe. Many thoughts that Darren Young will never return to a WWE ring again. And Titus O'Neil has, now coming into this matchup with a chip on his shoulder. He feels like he has to take responsibility for what these guys did to Darren Young. And he feels he should be the man responsible for dishing back that pain, that punishment, 1,000-fold. So he's got a good reason to align himself with Roman Reigns tonight. But then there's the third man, this mystery man, this Sawyer Fulton, who, according to my intel, according to just the facts we've heard from Eric Young himself, Sawyer Fulton, he is a former member of Sanity back when they were still running rampant on the independent scene. But apparently at some point there was a falling out between Sanity and Sawyer Fulton. I don't know the full details on that. Everything surrounding Sanity is shrouded in mystery. It's all very vague. Can't really get a read on any of them. But apparently this Sawyer Fulton guy had a falling out with Sanity, and he's got some sort of information on them. Perhaps he knows their weaknesses. I don't know exactly what it was that he told Roman Reigns and Titus O'Neil, but we've been seeing Sawyer Fulton make these appearances backstage. And he's been having some conversations with Reigns and O'Neil. And tonight, he's going to set foot in the ring. For the first time, we are going to see the identity of this Sawyer Fulton. I mean, we do have that graphic, but that graphic's out of date from the last... Who knows when the last time Sawyer Fulton actually had his picture taken, likely when he was still a member of Sanity. So, I mean, things have changed for Sawyer Fulton. He's now here at SummerSlam, and really, it's all because of the new Superstar Initiative that matches like these can even happen. I mean, Eric Young still is not officially under a SmackDown contract or anything. I mean, yes, Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane are. They were able to defeat the Primetime Players in the first round of the SmackDown Tag Team Championship #1 Contenders Tournament. So they have earned contracts. Nikki Cross, who is also the fourth member of Sanity, Nikki Cross has earned a contract as well. She recently defeated Brie Bella. But Eric Young, Sawyer Fulton, they're just floaters. They're just guys who just came in and they're just caught in the middle of all this. But, I mean, because of the new Superstar Initiative, that allows for a little more chaos here in the WWE. For better or for worse. So, these are the three men. The Motley Crew, as we could call them. An odd alliance, but we'll see if it will be a strong alliance, if it will be enough to enter the lion's den, so to speak, and rip apart the ties that bind Sanity. Because these men have been running roughshod over the SmackDown roster. They have been a thorn in Roman Reigns' side. I mean, it's thanks to Sanity that Dean Ambrose was kidnapped, because Roman Reigns was watching the match between Ambrose and Wyatt at ringside, or watching it backstage in gorilla position. He was keeping a very close eye on what was going on, but then he was attacked by Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane. So, Sanity, there is some connection to Bray Wyatt there. I don't know the full details of it, because much like Sanity, Bray Wyatt, everything he does is shrouded in mystery. But they are here tonight. No Nikki Cross with them, because Nikki Cross has been so busy in her own affairs. She's been targeting the Bella Twins, targeting Charlotte most recently. So there's no Nikki Cross ringside tonight. I don't know if that's because Sanity, if Eric Young told her not to come, or if Nikki Cross just didn't want to be here, if she's got other priorities in mind. But nevertheless, Killian Dane, Alexander Wolf, and Eric Young, Sanity, are about to make their way into the squared circle. Eric Young, for the first time, will be competing in a WWE ring in a WWE match. And we've already seen what Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane are capable of. We have seen their abilities, but we do not know what Eric Young can do. I mean, if you are familiar with his work on the independent scene in other companies, then maybe you have a bit of a taste, but the Sanity group, I mean, there's something else. So Eric Young, who's to say that he hasn't completely changed his style as well? I guess we're going to find out, because Eric Young is starting this matchup off with Roman Reigns. You could argue the team captains here, starting this match off in the ring, as here we go. Roman Reigns, couple of strikes, has Eric Young dazed early. Whips him off the ropes, ducks underneath. Roman Reigns, no. Eric Young able to block it. Now Eric Young, some punches of his own, but Reigns answers back with a kick. And now Eric Young off the ropes again. Roman Reigns, this time it's a clothesline. Tried to grapple him before, that didn't work, so he struck him down. Roman Reigns, the powerhouse of SmackDown. Ooh! for moves like that as well. Big time forearm. Roman Reigns now. Roman Reigns took a warm-up punch, swinging at the air, and then took out both members of Sanity with one punch. So the apron has been cleared. Eric Young all by himself, and Roman Reigns tosses him into the corner. Who's he going to tag? It's Sawyer Fulton. So now we can see what this Sawyer Fulton guy is capable of. As Eric Young whipped off the ropes. Oh, bit of missed timing there by Sawyer Fulton. Eric Young able to slow himself down. So a smart move by Eric Young. It's now a couple of punches. Oh, and a clothesline. So Sawyer Fulton not looking very impressive right out of the gate. Eric Young has quickly turned the tables. Because yes, Sawyer Fulton, he's got the secrets on Sanity, but at the same time, these members of Sanity, they know exactly what Sawyer Fulton is capable of as well. We don't know anything about this guy. Other than that, he used to work with Sanity. But they know all about him. And he knows all about them. And that's really the mystery of this whole situation. Sawyer Fulton is the wild card. But will that wild card prove effective for Roman Reigns and Titus O'Neil? We'll find out. As Alexander Wolf whips him into the corner and makes the tag to the big man, Killian Dane. And this is going to be bad news for Sawyer Fulton. Look at this. Full head of steam off the ropes. Bang! What a move. What a tag team combination there by Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane. Almost shades of the Hart Foundation. Beautifully executed. Oh! And now that suplex just tossing Sawyer Fulton around. I mean, and Sawyer Fulton's a big dude. This is a big man. And Killian Dane tossing him around like nothing. Tossing him around like he's a cruiserweight. And now Dane makes the tag to Eric Young, but Sawyer Fulton makes a tag to Roman Reigns. Titus O'Neil a little disappointed, but he's not going to get his chance to take a crack at Sanity yet, but rest assured he will if Roman Reigns has anything to say about it. Again, Roman Reigns trying to keep those two at bay. Like a pack of hyenas, this Sanity. Gotta have eyes in the back of your head. Keep eyes on all of them at all times. And at least for Roman Reigns, he's not fighting alone tonight. He does have allies. So he does have, so to speak, eyes in the back of his head, as it were. A couple of clotheslines delivered to Eric Young. As Young now whipped into the corner. Tag made to Titus O'Neil. And now Titus, the real deal, Titus O'Neil, gets his crack at Sanity. And now you can just hear the crowd erupt. Because Titus O'Neil, he has a very, very well-known track record here in Universe Mode. Not just as a tag team competitor. Oh, man. Killian Dane and Titus O'Neil squaring off. The big man tags himself into the ring. And here we go. Well, Titus O'Neil, as I was saying, not just the reputation as a member of the Primetime Players, but he is a former Intercontinental Champion as well. And now you can see why he's a capable superstar in his own right. Big boot to Dane. Clothesline sends Eric Young out of the ring. And look at the strength of Titus. Samoan drop. Killian Dane gets dropped by Titus O'Neil. And now Titus is hammering away with the right hands. Each punch, you have to imagine, is for Darren Young. Titus O'Neil out there fighting for his partner, fighting for his friend. I mean, the history between Titus and Darren, it's really one of those instances, I guess you could say, of, blood is... Well, they say blood is thicker than water, but sometimes blood isn't everything. Sometimes a relationship can go beyond blood, and the friendship between Titus and Darren, I mean, the two were at each other's throats at a time. When Titus was Intercontinental Champion, it was only because he had stabbed Darren Young in the back, and those two were at war constantly with one another. But they finally managed to patch things up. They finally managed to become the Tag Team Champions. And then what happened? In the span of 2 days, they lost the tag team titles to the Outcasts. And then 2 nights later, Sanity potentially put Darren Young out of action for good. How quickly that all came crumbling down. After such a long journey, immediately just like that, just sucked away from them. But a massive bicycle kick by Alexander Wolf. Oh my god, Bray Wyatt. Well, Roman Reigns is taking off for the back. Apparently, Dean Ambrose is in the building somewhere. Bray Wyatt saying, can you find him, Roman? But now look at this at ringside. The distraction by Bray Wyatt gets rid of Roman Reigns. Killian Dane has just disposed of Sawyer Fulton. And Alexander Wolf, devastating powerbomb, takes out Titus O'Neil. I mean, this match has fallen apart at the seams. Reigns is gone. Fulton is out. And now, Titus O'Neil is the one left to take the brunt of the punishment. Wheelbarrow neckbreaker by Eric Young. Cover. 1, 2, and it's over. So just like that, Sanity picks up the win. Off the back of a Bray Wyatt distraction. Another one of those creepy messages, but Roman Reigns, there he is backstage. Wait a minute. Roman Reigns. Is that Dean Ambrose? Roman Reigns has found Dean Ambrose. Ambrose is silent. And now look at this. Eric Young out here directing traffic. Eric Young shouting at Killian Dane, saying to get rid of Sawyer Fulton. And well, if there were any secrets to be known about Sanity, we're not going to find out what they are now. Not if Killian Dane. Well, Killian Dane's going to carry off Sawyer Fulton to God knows where. So, Sanity, we're not going to get any answers here. And oh my god! Backstage, Dean Ambrose is hammering away on Roman Reigns. Dean Ambrose. Well, he's back. He has escaped from the clutches of Bray Wyatt, or perhaps Bray Wyatt simply released him. And now Dean Ambrose is attacking Roman Reigns. He just threw him into that backdrop. And now just... I thought these two men were friends. But Dean Ambrose, he felt abandoned by Roman Reigns. If those messages, those creepy messages are anything to go off of. Dirty deeds on the floor. Oh no, now he's got a fire extinguisher. No, Ambrose, don't do it, don't do it. Ambrose has put it down. My god. Ambrose has laid out Roman Reigns. I mean, what does this mean? What is the future of their relationship? What is the future of Dean Ambrose? It has been one hell of an evening here tonight in Brooklyn, New York for SummerSlam. But now, we kick it into the final stages. This is your co-main event of the evening. This one for the World Heavyweight Championship. Monday Night Raw's main event final match for the SummerSlam card. And it's a big one. Cesaro defends the gold against this man, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. And this match has been a long time coming. As you saw in the little highlights package there moments ago, Samoa Joe and Cesaro, they've got history with one another. In fact, it was Samoa Joe's very first night in the WWE, his debut, where he first clashed with Cesaro. It was in a triple threat, then for the United States Championship. Neither man was victorious on that night, but tonight, at least one man will have to be. And ever since then, Samoa Joe, well, he's had a very rocky road getting back to the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, after his debut at Battleground, he ended up getting into a rivalry with Randy Orton. AJ Styles ended up debuting at the Royal Rumble, eliminating Joe from the Rumble. And from there, Joe and Styles had a temporary alliance, taking on Evolution at WrestleMania. That's what Samoa Joe, that's where he was at WrestleMania. He wasn't in the main event, wasn't in the world title picture, wasn't in any sort of title match. He was just in a tag match against Randy Orton and Batista. However, since then, Samoa Joe has come a long way. He has severed his ties with AJ Styles, and now he finds himself face to face with the Swiss Superman, the face of Monday Night Raw, Cesaro. And that's the prize they're fighting for. The big gold World Heavyweight Championship, a championship so historic. I mean, over the course of this series, we've had a tremendous number of incredible champions. You have to think that Cesaro first won the title back at WrestleMania, the same night where Samoa Joe was taking on Evolution alongside AJ Styles. Cesaro was in the main event. He was wrestling Dolph Ziggler, and that was, of course, when he would capture that World Heavyweight Championship. And now tonight, he's not the challenger. He is the champion. He is going in with everything to lose. As you see Cesaro take one last look at the world title, handing it over to the referee for perhaps the last time. Samoa Joe eyes the big gold belt. He knows that Cesaro is going to be one hell of an opponent tonight. But he also knows, well, these two men, they've clashed in the past. Samoa Joe and Cesaro, they know each other very well. It was not just at the first Battleground that these two met, but of course, more recently at the second Battleground, these two men competed in a triple threat match, also including AJ Styles for the World Heavyweight Championship. So these two men have clashed multiple times in triple threat matches, but tonight's not a triple threat. It's one-on-one, and you see, straight out of the gate, this one's getting physical. As Cesaro and Samoa Joe trading strikes back and forth, Cesaro's uppercuts versus the jabs of Samoa Joe. As now Samoa Joe, forearm to the face of Cesaro, snapmare takedown, knife edge chop to the back. Oh, and a stiff kick. Straight to the chest, that'll knock the wind out of you. And now Samoa Joe putting the boots to Cesaro's face this time. And these two men, they know how to get down and dirty. I'd imagine this matchup's going to be one hell of a brawl. I mean, both these men so devastating with their strikes. Cesaro's uppercuts could take your head off. Samoa Joe, his punches could cave your face in. But that's all. Oh! Nice running senton by Samoa Joe. But of course, that's not all that these two men are capable of. It's not just the strikes. Samoa Joe, as I said before, the Samoan submission machine, well-versed in submission holds. Cesaro's going to have to watch out for that devastating coquina clutch, as another European uppercut delivered by Cesaro, and another one. Samoa Joe coming back for more, though. Samoa Joe not backing down. Cesaro going for some punches instead. Oh, what an uppercut there. That one dropped Joe. That one took him off his feet. As a double foot stomp by Cesaro, and now Cesaro's going through the gears. This is trademark Cesaro, the double foot stomps, followed by a kick to the chest. He brings Joe back up to his feet. Now, a couple of body shots from Cesaro. As Samoa Joe, he's getting lit up right now. Cesaro follows through, of course, with one of his signature uppercuts. It's sure to be an uppercut party here tonight at SummerSlam. As Cesaro delivers the elbow drop, the crowd gives him a bit of praise. Cesaro, obviously the fan favorite going into this matchup. Samoa Joe has... now Samoa Joe lights up Cesaro with strikes of his own. As Cesaro rolls outside of the ring, trying to get a moment's reprieve, and Samoa Joe, he's going to want to try to take the crowd out of this matchup. But Samoa Joe saying, come on, Cesaro, bring it on. I've got plenty more left in the tank, as Cesaro tries to get back in the ring, but Joe knocks him right off the apron. Doesn't even let him get back in the ring. But the Samoan submission machine, he earned the opportunity, the right to fight Cesaro tonight by defeating AJ Styles at Cyber Sunday in a last man standing match. Cesaro goes face first off the steel stairs. But as I was saying, Samoa Joe defeated AJ Styles in a last man standing match. Joe, up until that matchup, he had been continuously thwarted by AJ Styles. Styles was the thorn in his side, always getting the opportunities, always taking them away from Samoa Joe. I mean, it was back in a beat the clock challenge where Styles Styles went up against an injured Finn Balor, so he set a time that Samoa Joe, it was near impossible for Joe to beat, but Joe almost did it. When he fought Kalisto, he was mere seconds away from finishing Kalisto off, but the time expired. He just didn't have the time. And that was only on one occasion. Of course, Styles and Joe had faced off just after WrestleMania in another number one contenders sort of matchup. It would be to qualify for a Fatal 4-Way, but wait a minute, Samoa Joe running face wash in the corner. Devastating. Because now Joe gonna go down into the cover. But he doesn't even get a 2 count. Cesaro showing that defiance. The heart of a champion, the heart of a warrior. But Samoa Joe certainly had a long history with AJ Styles, a long journey to even get this opportunity tonight at SummerSlam. And with all that time that he spent trying to get to this point, chasing the title, surely he is not looking to let this opportunity go to waste tonight. He is going straight after the world champion. And right now, Cesaro is in trouble as Samoa Joe delivers the second of 3. They call this the Chimeraplex. Bang! Number 3 right there, bridging for the pin. 2. And no, Cesaro the kick out. But Samoa Joe's only just getting started. This is only the beginning. I have a feeling we're going to be in for the long haul, folks. Strap yourselves in, be ready for this. And Samoa Joe now, bounces Cesaro headfirst off the turnbuckle, and now Cesaro is busted wide open. The World Heavyweight Champion Cesaro is bleeding from the forehead after he got bounced off that top turnbuckle, and Samoa Joe continues to go on the attack. He takes Cesaro up into no man's land. This could be bad news for both men as Samoa Joe! Double underhook suplex from the top. Beautifully executed, devastating offense. 1, 2, no, but Cesaro hangs in there. Tremendous onslaught here by Samoa Joe. He is absolutely taking Cesaro to task, but somehow Cesaro hanging in there. But then again, this is why he is the World Heavyweight Champion. Cesaro knows how to take a licking and come back for more. As now Cesaro, uppercut right there. Samoa Joe staggered, and Cesaro lines him up. Discus European uppercut. He can hit you with that uppercut from a number of angles. You can never see it coming. As Samoa Joe now is in trouble. Cesaro grabs him by the waist, gut-wrench suplex. But he keeps it hooked. We saw Samoa Joe deliver 3 suplexes, and now Cesaro coming back to deliver 3 of his own. There's the second. 1 more on the way. Nailed it. And as I always say, everybody loves a good gut-wrench. When it comes from this man, Cesaro, who now scales to the top rope. Cesaro high flying elbow drop straight to the heart. Shades of the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Cover now. 1, 2, no. A kick out by Joe. But Cesaro, of course, an elbow drop he picked up from the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Cesaro has interesting relationship with Shawn Michaels. Of course, Michaels a former rival to Dolph Ziggler, and there was a whole fiasco going there leading into WrestleMania with the world title, but that's neither here nor there. Right now, Cesaro, what matters most is that he is using the lessons he learned from Michaels on that occasion, using it to full effectiveness, and off that European uppercut now, the King is ready to swing. We're going to swinging, baby, as Samoa Joe gets whipped around and around and around and around and around. And Cesaro, as per usual, just swung his opponent into oblivion. And that certainly is going to disorient Samoa Joe, but it doesn't appear as though it's going to disorient Cesaro, as look how quickly Cesaro springs back into action. Got him with a neck breaker. Hook of the leg on Joe. Joe is in trouble. Joe's in dire straits, too. And Cesaro walks away with the world title not so fast. The match will continue as Samoa Joe kicks out, hanging on. But Cesaro coming back to dish out more punishment. The elbow drop right between the shoulder blades. Comes back with another European uppercut. Oh, wait, counter by Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe with the counter. Cesaro spills to the outside, but he does manage to catch that top rope. But that's okay. Samoa Joe, belly-to-belly suplex, brings him right back into the ring. Oh, and Samoa Joe's going to go for it again. We already saw this once, but it's twice as nice for Samoa Joe tonight at SummerSlam. He's going for the third Chimeraplex once again. And Cesaro now is in a world of trouble. He bounces out of the turnbuckle. And Samoa Joe's got him up on his shoulder. Samoa Joe could be thinking Death Valley Driver. He nails it. And Cesaro could be out. 1, 2. No. No. The world champion, it will take more than that to keep him down for a 3 count. And I mean, Samoa Joe, he may very well have to kill Cesaro to take that world title away from him. We've seen how tough the Swiss Superman is. I mean, there's a reason why he has held the world championship for as long as he has. I mean, he's gone through the likes of Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and even Samoa Joe himself. But wait a minute, he might not be able to get out of this. Coquina clutch. Coquina clutch is applied. Cesaro is trapped. Center of the ring. No rope break to save him. Will the world champ tap out? Will he pass out? No, look at Cesaro. Cesaro breaks the grip. Headbutt right to the nose of Samoa Joe. And he's able to escape the hold. He's able to escape certain disaster. As now, Samoa Joe against the ropes. Cesaro's gonna whip him off. And here we go. Springboard European uppercut. More trademark Cesaro. Hook of the leg on Joe. 1, 2, and 3. No. If I said that Samoa Joe didn't know how to take punishment and keep on kicking, I'd be a liar. Samoa Joe still hanging in there, despite all the damage he's taken from the world champ as well. Well, the Samoan submission machine is about to get a taste of his own medicine as now Cesaro applies a submission of his own. It's the sharpshooter. The sharpshooter locked in. Joe is caught in the center of the ring. Can Cesaro force the challenger to tap out? No, not so fast. Samoa Joe breaks out of it. Now a knife edge chop. Cesaro against the ropes. Oh, another devastating chop. Overhand chop by Samoa Joe. And now Samoa Joe with a full head of steam through the ropes. Samoa Joe running forearm, diving through the ropes, risking life and limb to put Cesaro out of commission tonight. And this is all for the sake of the World Heavyweight Championship. That's the prize the two men are fighting for. They're willing to risk everything to achieve it. This is a main event, ladies and gentlemen. As Cesaro pulls himself to his feet, vicious jab by Joe, but Cesaro answers back with a European uppercut. Jab now from Joe, uppercut by Cesaro. These men are back and forth. Neither man looking to give an inch, as it's jab, uppercut, and Joe is the first man to blink. And now Cesaro's going to capitalize. Back of the head. Uppercut to the back of the head. And Joe collapses to the canvas. He hits the mat like a sack of potatoes. And now Cesaro tosses him over the top. Joe able to hang on, though. Joe able to hang on, but that's right where Cesaro wants him. Cesaro looking to the crowd. They know what's coming. He did this to Joe at Battleground, and he is going to do it again. Superplex from the apron. The amount of strength that requires. It may be enough to put Joe away. No, it is not. And the crowd is on their feet chanting, "This is awesome." And it truly is. This is the match befitting of a World Heavyweight Championship. Cesaro and Joe, two proud warriors, going out there having an absolute slugfest as there we go. Oh, elbow, enziguri combination in the corner. And Cesaro now, as quickly as he was able to take the offensive, he is now on the defensive. As Samoa Joe whips him into the corner. Oh, but a counter by Cesaro. Counter by Cesaro, able to block what surely could have been an attempted muscle buster. But Joe answers back now, punch to the face. Oh, and a slap. A slap, the disrespect by Joe, and now look at Joe. First the disrespect, then the merciless brutality. A headbutt, straight headbutt to the skull, to that busted open cut of Cesaro, and now he's opened up the wound even more. He's opened up the wound on Cesaro's forehead even more. And now Joe is kicking it up a notch. Samoa Joe, another exploder suplex. He's just tossing Cesaro around like a rag doll. As Samoa Joe now boot to the midsection, got Cesaro up on his shoulders and drops him. Face first. Absolutely planted him on the canvas, but Cesaro still trying to get back to his feet, using the ropes to pull himself up in the corner. As these two men have been duking it out for about 15 minutes so far, but they do not appear to be showing any signs of stopping anytime soon. Buckle bomb. Buckle bomb by Samoa Joe, but that may do it. I may have spoken too soon. 1, 2, and Samoa, no. Cesaro didn't have the strength to kick out, but he had enough left in him to, enough to get the shoulder off the canvas, but now Samoa Joe knees to the face, to that busted open skull of Cesaro, and now Joe, well, if he can't get Cesaro, if he can't keep him down for 3 seconds, he's going to try to choke him out. He's going to try to make Cesaro pass out, a dragon sleeper here. I mean, Cesaro, with how much blood he's lost, he may have no choice. His body may quit on him. But no, not yet. Not yet, says Cesaro. He's still in it. But he can't even fight back. I mean, he might have been able to break the hold. But now Cesaro, draped across that top rope, hung out to dry with a suplex. That'll take the wind out of him again. So even if the Dragon Sleeper hold didn't do the job, didn't do the trick, I mean, Cesaro's still in no condition to fight back, as now Samoa Joe tying him up like a pretzel. As he's got this abdominal stretch cinched in. Samoa Joe truly living up to the names, the Samoan submission machine. But no, Cesaro breaks through. Cesaro continues to fend Samoa Joe off here. But right now, Cesaro, he's just trying to compose himself, trying to take the moment to catch his breath. He can't even really go on the offensive. Oh, and that's going to cost him. That moment is going to cost him as now he's rolled up on his shoulders. No, but Cesaro the counter. Cesaro the counter. No, Joe reverses back. Another roll up and a kick out at 1. Back and forth these two men go. Neither man can afford to give an inch. As Cesaro uppercut him into the corner. Joe tried to bounce back out of the corner, but Cesaro did not let him. Knife edge chop now delivered. And the Samoan submission machine falls to the canvas. Cesaro delivers with the knee. And at this stage, you have to wonder how much do these two men have left. They've got to be running on fumes at this point. As Samoa Joe's got Cesaro powerbomb and the bridge. 1, 2, no. But Cesaro kicks out, but Samoa Joe keeps the grip locked. And now straight into a submission hold, a Boston Crab. No sooner did Cesaro kick out of the powerbomb that Samoa Joe reversed it into a Boston Crab, and Cesaro is right back on the brink of defeat. Is he gonna tap? No. How is he still in this? Cesaro managed to escape, but he can't even get back to his feet. He doesn't even have the strength to stand. And Samoa Joe realizes this. He's gonna lock it back in again. Another Boston Crab, not quite at the same angle. Not the same amount of pressure, but nonetheless. I mean, Cesaro, with how much blood he's losing right now, he may pass out. He might not even have to tap out, but he's trying to crawl to the ropes. And he gets it. He didn't have the strength to force Samoa Joe off of him again, but he was able to crawl to the ropes and force the referee to break the hold. But I mean, Cesaro's got nothing left. Cesaro, it was all he could do just to reach out and grab that bottom rope. And Samoa Joe realizes this. Samoa Joe knows. I mean, he just yelled at the referee to check on Cesaro to perhaps try to take the victory by knockout, but Cesaro still back up to his feet. So Samoa Joe will continue to go on the attack. As Cesaro gets whipped into the corner. Exploder suplex all tied up in the corner there. And I mean, it's over. Count to 100. Cesaro is done. He's not done. Cesaro continues to fight. But again, he has the strength in him to kick out that never say die attitude, but he doesn't have enough left in him to go on the attack. Is now Samoa Joe just lighting him up, but Cesaro fights back. Cesaro, uppercut again. And here we go again. Back and forth. These two men trading blows. Neither man backing down. Both men showing absolute determination, absolute stubbornness. As Joe now staggered off the European uppercut. Cesaro delivers another one. Joe in trouble. Devastating European uppercut. That turned him inside out. And now Cesaro. Cesaro could be looking for one more. There it is. Swiss death. And Joe is done. Hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. No. Good Lord. Samoa Joe takes the Swiss death and kicks out at the tightest of 2.9s. As now Cesaro, no. Cesaro tried to launch himself over the top rope, paying homage to Eddie Guerrero with a tope atomico, but he got nothing. He only met the canvas. And Samoa Joe drives him down with another straight jacket German suplex. Now Cesaro up on his shoulders, but no. Cesaro counters. I mean, this is unbelievable. How are these two men still standing? As Joe up to his feet. Cesaro, the World Heavyweight Champion. Oh, bounces the challenger's head off the same turnbuckle that busted him open earlier. And now Joe up top. What the hell is Cesaro thinking? Cesaro's already taken one spill off the top. He's looking to return the favor. No way. No way. Cesaro, avalanche, gut-wrench suplex. That'll do it. It is done. Cesaro the cover, and he will walk out of SummerSlam with the world title still in his grasp. No, he will not. And now the crowd chanting fight forever. These two men are just absolutely killing each other out there. I mean, this is what it's all about. This is a world title match. As Cesaro, the flurry of uppercuts. Samoa Joe whipped into the corner, another one. How does Cesaro still have this much energy left? The adrenaline surely is pumping. Cesaro, dropkick. Joe crashes down. Cesaro. I mean, he snaps the neck, perhaps. There's only one move left. I mean, he has not hit the neutralizer yet in this matchup. He goes back for another European uppercut. But then, you do have to question, does Cesaro even have the strength to hit the neutralizer? Does Samoa Joe even have the strength to hit a muscle buster? All they can do right now is just trade punches back and forth. Cesaro whipped off the ropes. No. Joe was too slow. He's had too much energy taken out of him. Couldn't even capitalize. And back and forth they go again. Joe the jab. Cesaro the uppercuts. Joe now just eats a punch to the face. I mean, these two men are exhausted. How much weight is even being carried behind these strikes? These two men continue back and forth. Counter after counter. Strike after strike. Blow after blow. As Cesaro now whipped into the corner. Samoa Joe, what's next? Punch to the face. Goes for it. No. Cesaro counters with a DDT. A DDT is perhaps Joe was looking to get him up top for a muscle buster. Cesaro prevented it. Now the shoulder to the midsection. Cesaro backs off, perhaps looking to get a run-up. Cesaro stomping the canvas. He's going to look for something major here. Perhaps another uppercut in the corner. No! Samoa Joe caught him. Samoa Joe caught him. Drove him straight down to the mat. And now it's Cesaro, who is in a world of trouble. Samoa Joe takes him back to the corner. Bounces that busted open skull off of the turnbuckle once again. But Cesaro strikes back. What is it going to take? How much more punishment can these two men withstand? As Samoa Joe, another punch to the face. Cesaro, oh, he turned his back. Cesaro turned his back. And now it's Cesaro who blinks. And Cesaro who's caught in another coquina clutch. Cesaro managed to escape this once. Can he do it again? Does he have enough left in him? Joe trying to choke him out. Cesaro may pass out. And the referee's calling for the bell. It's over. Cesaro passed out in the coquina clutch. He did not submit, but he had nothing left. The referee had no choice but to stop the match and award the victory to Samoa Joe. Unbelievable. What a match. What a World Heavyweight Championship match that was. And we've got a new champion. Samoa Joe has beaten Cesaro. And we have a new king at the top of the mountain. We have a new face of Monday nights. I mean, what? Wait. What the hell? Triple H's music? What? Somebody cut back to ringside. Cut the replays. Get back to ringside. What is happening? That's Triple H. Wait, what is he doing out here? Poor officiating. Wait, what the hell is Triple H talking about? Samoa Joe's shoulders were down? He's reversing the decision. Are we gonna get some sort of a replay or something? And I mean, Samoa Joe is pissed. He's absolutely livid, and rightfully so. He just won the World Heavyweight title. Oh my God. No way. Oh my God. That's Finn Balor. The Demon, Finn Balor, has risen here in Brooklyn, New York. And he just laid out Samoa Joe. Finn Balor is here at SummerSlam. The Demon has returned. And he has picked his spot. To the top rope goes Balor. Finn Balor, coup de grace. Coup de grace to Samoa Joe, the should-be World Heavyweight Champion right now. I don't know what to say. Samoa Joe has just been robbed of the world title, and now Finn Balor lays him out with Bloody Sunday. I mean, what the hell? What does this mean? What is the future of the world title? What's the future of Raw? And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. After everything that has happened, all the chaos that has taken place over the course of this SummerSlam card, it's finally time for the main event of the evening as we await the arrival of the Japanese sensation, the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. As the crowd sings along with his theme song comes to life, the challenger, Shinsuke Nakamura, makes his mesmerizing entrance down to the ring here in Brooklyn, New York. And this is the biggest match, perhaps in Nakamura's entire career, not just in his WWE career, but it is in his entire career as a professional wrestler, because tonight he goes one-on-one with the WWE Champion, the man who has held the title for 258 days, Kevin Owens. Big fight feel here in Brooklyn, New York, the main event of SummerSlam. And after what we just saw, that war between Samoa Joe and Cesaro, admittedly, that is one tough act to follow for these two men, but if anybody could follow that match up, if anybody could do it better, well, I would definitely say that Shinsuke Nakamura and Kevin Owens, probably two of the toughest men, two men who are more than willing, more than up to the task, more than sufficient. Shinsuke Nakamura, dressed, decked out in the white and red, his home colors of Japan. Nakamura, he has been on an absolute tear since arriving to the WWE, but the one man that he has been incapable of defeating, the one man who has stood in his path, is Kevin Owens. Nakamura, he's gone through icons like Brock Lesnar, John Cena. Shinsuke Nakamura made his debut to the WWE, well, his official in-ring debut back at WrestleMania by defeating the Beast Incarnate. He's also responsible for putting Brock Lesnar out of commission for ending his WWE career. That was back at Payback. At Extreme Rules, Nakamura defeated John Cena, but that was about where Nakamura's success story ended, because at Battleground, he hit the brick wall that was Kevin Owens. Shinsuke Nakamura, he competed in a fatal four-way elimination match for the WWE title against the likes of John Cena and Rusev, and Nakamura was the first man eliminated in that matchup. He was hit with a combination attitude adjustment, top rope spear by Rusev, and a Kevin Owens frog splash. Three massive moves from three of the biggest superstars on SmackDown, and that put him away, so he never really even had the chance to go face-to-face with Kevin Owens. But tonight, there is no John Cena. There is no Rusev. Tonight, Shinsuke Nakamura goes one-on-one with the champion. And Nakamura, he's not going to get another opportunity like this. It's now or never for Shinsuke. If he wants to become WWE Champion, if he wants to become the face of WWE, the face of SmackDown, well, he's going to have to go through this man. Kevin Owens first captured the WWE Championship back at Survivor Series by defeating Brock Lesnar and Titus O'Neil in a triple threat match, and he has not let go of the gas pedal since. He had an absolute clinic of a match against Brock Lesnar at Fastlane, which he was victorious in. He defeated Adrian Neville at the Royal Rumble. At WrestleMania, he defeated The Undertaker, thus ending The Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. At Extreme Rules, he defeated Daniel Bryan, seemingly putting him out of commission. Although Bryan recently returned on the last episode of SmackDown, we know that he'll be competing in the King of the Ring tournament. So Daniel Bryan, I'm sure he is but one of many men who will have very close eyes on this matchup. At Payback, Kevin Owens defeated CM Punk. In the meantime, he also defeated the legend Goldberg. And then, of course, we already mentioned the match at Battleground. Kevin Owens has just been absolutely unstoppable. The only man who holds a pinfall victory over Kevin Owens is the current World Heavyweight Champion, Cesaro. That is the only man who has ever been able to defeat Kevin Owens in singles competition. And of course, Cesaro, that was in a non-title match. Cesaro's over on Raw. He can't challenge for the title, but Shinsuke Nakamura can, and Shinsuke Nakamura will. Will he become the second man to beat Kevin Owens? Will he become the WWE Champion? Or will Kevin Owens, like always, maintain the status quo and continue his legendary reign at the top of the SmackDown card, at the top of the WWE as the WWE Heavyweight Champion? He takes one last look at the gold, perhaps the last time he will get to hold that title for himself, as the referee takes it over to Shinsuke Nakamura. The referee gonna raise the title in the air for the entire world to see. That's the prize that is on the line. Nakamura looks ready. Kevin Owens looks ready. The referee rings the bell and the match is underway. And look at this, straight out of the gate, Kevin Owens, as he usually does, rolls to the outside, but look who joins him. Shinsuke Nakamura knows what Kevin Owens is about. He knows his game plan. He knows that Owens likes to dictate the pace like this, tries to play the mind games, and now look at this. As soon as Owens gets back up on the apron, Nakamura is one step ahead. Kevin Owens drops off the apron. Nakamura gets back in the ring. Kevin Owens is not going to play Nakamura's mind games. Kevin Owens, he always likes to stay in control. He likes to start things off at the very start of the matchup by playing his own type of mind games. But Nakamura is not going to bite. Well, maybe he is. Nakamura's getting a little impatient there. But of course, Nakamura, when you're fighting a guy like Kevin Owens, you have to have a very strong lesson in patience. As Nakamura and Owens now collar elbow tie up. Nakamura backs him into the corner. This is where Nakamura usually... Oh, no, that's just a stiff shot by Nakamura. I was going to say that's usually where Nakamura will start to play into those mind games of his. Try to go out there, keep loose, but not tonight. Nakamura, we talked about Kevin Owens getting in his routine, perhaps being a little predictable. Nakamura does not want to be predictable. He wants to mix things up tonight. And he did that just moments ago. Now Nakamura delivering the knee to Kevin Owens, and now Nakamura could be looking to line up a Kinshasa already, but no. Kevin Owens gets out of the way. Nakamura looked to go for one of those running knees outside of the ring. Very early stages here, but Kevin Owens, that's the thing. He will have to avoid those devastating knees, especially the Kinshasa, because if Owens gets hit with that, one shot of that devastating knockout knee from Shinsuke Nakamura, and it will be over. Kevin Owens' entire WWE Championship reign will disappear. It'll come to an end. It'll all come crashing down just like that. As Kevin Owens now wraps up the arm. Got a hammerlock. Oh, leg sweep. Just crushing the arm of Shinsuke Nakamura. Very methodical approach here by Kevin Owens. But that's what we've come to expect from the champ. As Nakamura gets to his feet, Nakamura counters with some elbows to the side of the head. And now Kevin Owens is going to go for the ride. Back suplex there by Shinsuke Nakamura. Owens grabbing at his neck. He took one heck of an ugly fall. But this is only the beginning. Things are only going to get worse from here. As Nakamura, the strikes continue. Kevin Owens whipped into the corner, and Nakamura... No, he stopped short. It's usually where Nakamura goes for a big running knee, but he stopped short, trying to keep Kevin Owens off the mark. Oh, but there's a knee right to the rib cage of Kevin Owens as Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura is in the zone right now. He's got Kevin Owens right in the palm of his hand, and he looks to continue this offensive onslaught as there's a knee to the midsection. Nakamura kick to the back. That'll knock the wind out of you. That'll stun you. Kevin Owens has got to be seeing stars right now, and Shinsuke Nakamura is only going to amplify the pain as there's another knee to the side of the head. Another one. Nakamura is not done. Nakamura is kicking it into a high gear right off the bat. Nakamura is not going to let Kevin Owens get in control. Nakamura wants to make this his style of match, and he is doing just that right now. As there's another boot to the midsection, knocks Nakamura an extra side of viciousness here in this matchup. But of course, as always, Shinsuke Nakamura got to play those mind games. He's feeling the good vibrations. And now Nakamura once again lining up Kevin Owens for a big shot. As he picks him up, Michinoku driver. Hook of the leg on Kevin Owens. 1. No, not even a 2 count. And that's almost Kevin Owens' way of saying, is that really all you got? You can hit harder than that, can't you? It's Kevin Owens now choking out Shinsuke Nakamura. The referee's going to have to keep an eye on that. Of course, Owens does have the champion's advantage tonight, as he always does. If the going were to get tough, Owens could take a countout or a disqualification loss, and he would retain the title. However, knowing what we've seen of Kevin Owens, the kind of fighting champion that he is, I highly doubt he will take that approach. Kevin Owens has never had to do so at this point in his career. But you never know. There's always a first time for everything. It's all just a matter of how much of a fight is Shinsuke Nakamura going to give him. Oh, Nakamura headfirst off the barricade. As now it's Kevin Owens who is starting to go out there and get into his zone, but not for long because Nakamura quickly disrupts that. Owens up against the barricade now. The referee up to a count of 5. Nakamura's got to get Owens back in the ring. He cannot win this title by countout, as I said. So Nakamura quickly gets Owens back inside the ring. Oh, and delivers the knee right to the spine. As the champion now brought into the corner, another running knee by Nakamura. And Nakamura picks him out of the corner. And he's going to toss him to the other corner. And he might be looking to repeat the same action. Yes, he does. Another knee to the midsection. Just absolutely looking to perhaps break the ribs of Kevin Owens. That time, though, bit of a fake out as he pulled him straight back into a knee. Kevin Owens is just absolutely disoriented right now. Up on Nakamura's shoulders now, but Nakamura can't get it. Kevin Owens counters with the elbows. And Kevin Owens now has Nakamura up on his shoulders. Gonna turn him inside out right now. There he hits it, the torture rack neck breaker. And crawling into the cover is Kevin Owens. 1. No. Just a 1. Is Nakamura now shows his defiance. It's Kevin Owens now. Could be thinking German suplex, and he hits it. Surely a move that Kevin Owens has picked up from Brock Lesnar, his many wars with the Beast Incarnate. Kevin Owens off the German suplex. Gonna send Shinsuke Nakamura into the turnbuckle. As Kevin Owens now lights him up with some punches. Kick to the midsection now. Shinsuke Nakamura going up top. Kevin Owens has got him by the head and drives him down. DDT, spiked his skull off the canvas. 1. No, but not even the 2 count again. Nakamura continues to remain defiant. And Kevin Owens now perhaps starting to get a little heated. Or perhaps Kevin Owens is just looking to kick it up another gear. If Nakamura is still kicking out at 1, perhaps Kevin Owens just needs to go for some more devastating moves. Oh, clothesline now. Kevin Owens surely is kicking it up a notch. He will not be humiliated by Shinsuke Nakamura out here tonight. As he ducks underneath, Nakamura off the ropes, but Nakamura blocks. And now Nakamura kick. Now a kick to the midsection. Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh! Owens able to duck the first. But Nakamura spun right around into another kick. Caught him flush. And now the cover, there's a 2, but Owens hangs on for dear life. Nakamura, another kick to the back. Kick to the spine, though. Kick to the back, kick to the face. Now a knee to the ribs. Knee almost straight to the heart. Nakamura is absolutely clinical out there. And the crowd on their feet. Nakamura on his. Kevin Owens trying to get to his. Shinsuke Nakamura lining him up. He's looking for a drop kick. No, but he missed. Kevin Owens sidestepped. Kevin Owens got out of the way. And now Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura, oh no, he's all tied up here. Kevin Owens, we've seen this before. Drives him down into the neck. It's over. 2. And Kevin Owens, no, he does not retain the title just yet. Kevin Owens just absolutely planted Nakamura on his neck. And Nakamura was able to kick out, but surely that'll be a game changer. Nakamura, he is in a world of trouble. He can barely come to his senses. Kevin Owens, though, meanwhile, off the top rope, over the top. And a big man should not be able to fly around the ring like that. He should not be able to pull off moves like that. But Kevin Owens, he's a one-of-a-kind athlete. You look at somebody the size of him, and you think surely he can't run around the ring. Surely he can't fly around like a cruiserweight, but he can. He's not just a powerhouse. He can do some high-flying moves with the best of them, and we're going to see one more of those. Crossbody delivered. Crossbody on Nakamura, the cover. 2. No. But Nakamura, he's a one-of-a-kind athlete as well. Nakamura showing his endurance, his durability. But Kevin Owens now. Kevin Owens boot to the midsection. Oh, and here it comes. Pop-up powerbomb. That may do it. Cover. 1, 2, and Kevin Owens, no! Nakamura kicks out of the pop-up powerbomb. Kevin Owens is in disbelief. He's absolutely beside himself right now. Kevin Owens has put so many opponents away with that pop-up powerbomb, but Nakamura continues to hang in there. And now Nakamura's coming back for more. Nakamura. Elbow to the face. Vicious shots by Nakamura. But of course, as we know from Kevin Owens, that's not the only trick he has up his sleeve. Kevin Owens, over the last several weeks, has shown us the other devastating moves that he has at his disposal, whether it be the package piledriver or the powerbomb on the apron. But Shinsuke Nakamura hasn't shown us all his tricks yet either, as he delivers the inverted exploder. Nakamura could be thinking king shot, no. Owens caught the kick. Owens caught the leg, belly-to-belly suplex. Belly-to-belly plants Nakamura on the canvas. Owens was able to block the Kinshasa once again. And now Kevin Owens up top. Swanton, but he missed. He went to the well, and the well came up dry. Shinsuke Nakamura now. Boot to the midsection. DDT. DDT. As the crowd almost in stunned silence right now as Kevin Owens missed big time with that swanton. And now Shinsuke Nakamura whips him into the corner. And Nakamura saying, let's go. Is that all you've got? Nakamura throws him off. Delivers the knee to the back. The crowd's starting to heat up once again. Shinsuke Nakamura, they know what's coming. Shinsuke Nakamura's lining it up. Nakamura, boot to the midsection. Here we go. Kinshasa, no! Once again, Kevin Owens able to avoid the Kinshasa. He wasn't able to block it this time, but he was able to roll out of harm's way and drop Nakamura face first, as now Kevin Owens back on the attack. Gutbuster Senton combination. Crushing the wind out of Shinsuke Nakamura as Owens now drags him over to the corner. Owens is going to look for another high-risk move. He missed the swanton earlier, so this time it's a frog splash, and it connects to perfection. 2. No! But Nakamura will not be denied. Nakamura still surviving in this matchup by the skin of his teeth. Kevin Owens now grabs him by the... Oh! Sidewinder suplex. Another devastating move by Kevin Owens. I mean, he's got these moves in spades. He's always got some sort of ace up his sleeve, even when you think he doesn't, even when you think you've got him beat, even when you think he's used everything. He pulls out something else. So Kevin Owens just went out and uncovered the announce table. I don't know what he has in mind, but whatever it is not going to be good news for Shinsuke Nakamura, who gets bounced head first off the turnbuckle. Kevin Owens is going to take him up top. Kevin Owens, he's an absolute madman, but no. Nakamura reverses. Nakamura off the top rope, savate kick right on the jaw. And Kevin Owens is reeling. Kevin Owens is in trouble. Nakamura off the shoulders, landslide. Cover now. 2. Kevin Owens kicks out. Nakamura, what a combination. The savate kick off the top rope, followed through with a landslide, but Kevin Owens is still in this thing. As Nakamura now, Nakamura's surely gotta start getting desperate here. I mean, there's only so much more he can do. He's hit Kevin Owens with everything but the kitchen sink, and it's really the one move that he hasn't been able to hit. That may be the only move that can put Owens away, and that's the Kinshasa. As Nakamura exhausted. Owens exhausted this crowd. Electric. As no, Nakamura's in trouble. Kevin Owens pump handle neck breaker. Pump handle neck breaker may put Nakamura, may put his lights out too. And 3, no. Unbelievable. I've said that a lot this evening. I was saying that in the last matchup, but truly, SummerSlam, it has brought out the best of our WWE superstars tonight. Oh, Owens over the top, but he hangs on. Owens able to hang on. Shinsuke Nakamura, he's trying to hang on for dear life. He's trying to put Owens away, and he may just do it with the back suplex. On the apron, on the LED board, the hardest part of the ring. Kevin Owens, his back may have been split into pieces. As Kevin Owens now draped across the barricade. Shinsuke Nakamura with the knee. He got the run up, delivered the knee to the side of the head. Owens is absolutely dazed. He's absolutely rattled. Nakamura gets him in the ring. Nakamura. Well, he's going to light him up again. Shinsuke Nakamura. Back to the knees, to the side of the head. Nakamura. He is absolutely incensed now. Nakamura. This is a side of Shinsuke Nakamura, a vicious streak. We haven't seen from him in the past, but it's what you need. It's what you need to go up against a guy like Kevin Owens and hope to come out on top. But once again, Owens blocks the setup for the Kinshasa. And now, Nakamura dropped down to the canvas. Kevin Owens moonsault off the middle rope. Owens is just unrelenting. He is a machine. He cannot be stopped. He has no off button. Owens now gonna toss Nakamura to the outside, and he's got that look in his eye. Kevin Owens, no. He's gonna look to end Nakamura's career and end this matchup with a powerbomb on the apron, but Nakamura able to block it. Nakamura blocks. Kinshasa! Kinshasa out on the floor, though. Out on the floor. He can't win the title out there. He's got to get Owens in the ring. Nakamura has got to get Owens in the ring, and he does. But now he's just got to cover him. Cover him, Nakamura. The title is within your grasp. The cover by Nakamura. 1, 2. No! Owens. He had too much time to recover. Nakamura, he was finally able to hit the Kinshasa, but it was on the outside. It was outside of the ring. He couldn't pin him. And by the time he got him in the ring, Owens had too much time to recover. And now Kevin Owens is back on his feet, and Kevin Owens is back on the attack. Go home driver immediately just sucks the fight out of Shinsuke Nakamura, and it may have sucked the life out of this arena. As Kevin Owens now. I mean, he just took Nakamura's best shot. And he's still alive and kicking. Nakamura, what more does he have left in the tank? But Kevin Owens, we know that he's got more left in the tank. Cannonball in the corner. The crowd chanting, "Kill Owens, kill." This truly is a side of Kevin Owens that we so very rarely see get brought out on occasion. But Kevin Owens is going to go for it. Package pile driver, and Nakamura is out. Hook of the leg by Owens. 1, 2, 3. And Shinsuke Nakamura, he gave Kevin Owens a kind of fight we haven't seen before. He brought Kevin Owens further, closer to defeat than anyone ever has. He had pushed him further than anyone ever had. But even then, Kevin Owens is too damn tough. He cannot be beaten. Nakamura, he hit the Kinshasa. That wasn't even enough. But Kevin Owens, he still had plenty of tricks up his sleeve. He may not have hit the powerbomb on the apron. Nakamura may have been able to block that. But he couldn't block the package pile driver, and that was what did him in. Here you see earlier on in the matchup, the pop-up powerbomb. Owens, that's typically the move that finishes opponents off, but credit to Nakamura. He not only took that pop-up powerbomb and kicked out, kept on fighting, but he went on for, I don't quite know how long, I wasn't timing it, but I mean, there was so much more that transpired after that pop-up powerbomb. Shinsuke Nakamura was absolutely... I mean, Nakamura was in the zone. I think this is the best we've ever seen Shinsuke Nakamura compete in a WWE ring. But even then, it wasn't enough. Even when you go up against Kevin Owens and you're firing on all cylinders, when you're going at 110%, sometimes that's not even enough. And tonight, for Shinsuke Nakamura, it wasn't enough. As you see here, the final moments, package, pile driver, the move that put away The Undertaker, the move that put away Brock Lesnar, and the move that puts away Shinsuke Nakamura tonight. Thank you for joining me for SummerSlam, ladies and gentlemen. It's been one hell of a night, and I will see you next time. Whew. It's done. We did it. It's over. Thank you for joining me for this 3.5 hour extravaganza that was SummerSlam. I'm going to be doing a highlights show, or a highlights video for this show, like I did for WrestleMania. That's going to be like a WWE 2K19 preview sort of thing, because with it being the end of WWE 2K18, I don't suspect this show will have as big of a draw as WrestleMania did, or at least not as big of an immediate draw, so hopefully by doing the highlight show and kind of branding it as 2K19, maybe it'll get some people to check out the show, and at the very least, for people who haven't seen SummerSlam, they'll know what's going on when 2K19 starts. So that'll be coming out probably like the day or the day after 2K19, like the early release drops. I won't be getting the game until the Tuesday because I'm not getting Digital Deluxe because that's money I don't want to spend. But yeah, 2K19 content will be coming soon. The highlights video will be coming as well. Thank you for all the support. This year wasn't that great for Universe Mode. I only got, this is what, episode 22. So yeah, much less, no, 23, this is episode 23. So much less progress than in previous years where I'd get like a minimum of like 70 uploads in a year. So 2K19, we're gonna try to fix that. I already made an update video talking about what plans are, so be sure to check that out. Be sure to check out the finale for my GM mode if you missed it, because that was fun. And I may also do a Behind the Universe for SummerSlam, just because there were some interesting things that happened in the production of the show, and I want to showcase that. So that video will be coming as well, maybe before 2K19, maybe after, probably after. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for all the stuff I got coming, and I will see you next time. Keep on YouTubing.